so I'm fucking doing it now.
Wow.
Wow.
And now I'm on YouTube.
You see, we're different. I chose not to stream on YouTube, and you chose to, but just it didn't work.
Man, I
You
gotta change
chose
these
to be
tags and
retarded.
shit. I don't even know if I care. I did not choose the retarded life.
But it found
The
you.
retarded life chose you.
Wait.
Shit, dude, you can't beat that one.
No. I
I
didn't
guess
mean
he
to
is
say it
retarded.
like that.
So is Walt Jr. your dad?
Then
Dad. Yeah.
is there a just chatting on fucking? No, there's not a just chatting on YouTube. Oh wait, what's this? Comedy,
Oh yeah, you
news
pressed
and
comedy.
politics.
Ooh, you put us under there, I guess too, if you wanted to. But that's how you get shadow banned from YouTube.
All right. Hopefully, fucking.
Actually, though.
Ah, that's why we can't say the F word because of YouTube. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
No,
Fuck
that
is
one's okay.
okay. Fuck is okay. We can fuck.
We can fuck. We
Are
can
you talking about
shit.
faggot?
Oh
Whoa,
my
whoa!
god.
You get Quincy banned.
Oh
You're
my
getting banned on
god.
YouTube. That's his word.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his
Wait,
word.
but people say that on YouTube.
Oh wait, is it cool again?
I mean, people say it on YouTube.
You get defunded.
Yeah.
You trying to get funded?
Uh,
What are you funded?
actually, no. I don't
Funded.
want. I don't want to receive political money. That seems wrong, dude.
Well, YouTube
That's what you
doesn't
do to a
really
bot.
pay well, anyways.
You know, I can't say the word.
Yeah, I know. You
Faggot.
sucked enough.
Wow, he said it. He said maggot.
I mean,
Maggot.
I'm on kick, so I could say it, but like, I want you to get
Why are
banned
you also
from
weirded out about saying the word
YouTube.
maggot?
I hate maggot. Uh,
You hate
It's a
maggots?
personal
yeah,
thing.
Dude,
yeah, I do. I really do.
I also hate maggots.
Yeah, worst things ever,
I
dude.
mean, kind of scum of the earth, kind of actually.
Actually,
Well,
dude,
no, because
they
then
crawl up,
they
they grow
grow up
into
and they turn
flies.
into flies. Yeah, man.
Exactly, man. They fucking suck, dude. Ever have
Scum
a
of the
fly
earth.
infestation?
I
Worst fucking
have
thing. I
actually
hate
here at
maggots,
the
dude.
shop. It was really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you had like no, you had like
There
worse
were hundreds
flies.
of thousands of fruit flies, man. It was scary. It was scary.
Yeah, they're gonna eat you alive,
Scary.
dude. They saw you, thought you were a snack.
But
Oh,
there was
I know
no
I am a
avoiding
snack.
the the genocide that befall them.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty much all but dead now. All but extinct.
You say you killed about 6 million of them?
I killed an entire genocide's worth.
I heard that's about like 6 million.
It's about 6 million. Nah, that's way too many.
Are y'all talking about Jews?
He was,
What?
but
Or
he's
what
missing.
is
Oh,
I'm
that?
talking
What
about
is
fucking
we
that?
were
fruit
just
flies,
measuring.
and
You said
you
we were
guys,
measuring in genocide.
Yeah, you're
I
using
I'm like, I
genocide
only
numbers.
know like the 6 million one. That's only a genocide number I know off the top of my head. You know,
you guys are monsters.
well, I mean, I'm a goblin and he's a kobold. So I mean, like, I guess if you saw us like a normal guy, you'd probably be scared.
No, I'm not scared, just disappointed.
Mm. But why?
Because you all are like really ugly and not
Yeah.
human.
No, he's right. He's right.
I mean,
I mean, he's not wrong, but
I like look over, see this short ass green fucking nigga with a big ass nose
bro,
Big
good
and
ass
on you. I don't
fucking
even
nose,
have a nose, guy.
red ass, beady eyes,
yeah, that's
ugly
what the
Good
ass.
fuck,
camera
dude.
angle says.
Oh my god, my whole face is a nose.
It's like Beavis and Butthead. Just wait till you turn your fucking head and then you see this snage.
The snage.
The
Gronk is
Wow,
schnoz.
abusing
shit,
camera
man.
angles.
It's
Well,
just
That's true.
well, guys, like if I don't hide it, you can't like you'll never
yeah,
know
well,
that
I'm
it's if I keep
looking
this
at it.
angle,
I'm looking at it right now, and
No,
then then
no,
there, and
no.
then there's that ugly ass horned,
Mm.
fucking scaly, nasty.
Oh,
It kind
true.
of
Wait a
I see
looks
his
like
minute.
the
horns right
scales
now. I see his
stink
Wait a
horns
too.
minute.
right
Have you
Hey,
have
now.
you
Yep.
have you cleaned your scales anytime soon,
Dirty ass. Wash your
hey,
scales.
I get your mom to clean them every night,
bro? Your scales look like they have fucking schmegma in them. You
Oh
put
bruh.
schmegma in
shit,
your
dude.
scales, son?
I don't got scales, smegma.
I don't know.
It's
I
not.
don't
That's
know. I
not
guess that's
even,
just I guess that's just that weird ass shit that you people secrete. You
Whoa,
fucking nasty.
whoa, you
bro.
people.
You
What
people.
what
What is
what the
this?
hell? What the
What is
hell's
this
wrong with you?
terminology?
Amen.
You
Amen. Amen.
people.
Amen. Amen.
We're monsters, thank you. Did you just
No,
miss
you're not a
like
monster. You're
species
not a
me?
monster. You
You
are a
said he was
fucking
a mon.
goblin. He is closer to a
Oh,
monster than you are.
what the fuck? I mean,
Yes,
that's
that's
true.
true. So
That's
true.
true,
So
actually.
true. Big
You know,
facts.
my kind does.
Preaching to the choir.
It's a preaching to the
Fucking
I am a,
monster.
there's a whole anime about me,
Nasty
boy.
ass.
No, not Gronk. Gronk's not a monster. You're the monster.
What?
You've got fucking
Ah, there you
horns and are a
I'm like
fucking
a.
lizard. You got like sharp teeth and
Yeah,
shit.
I'm like an
You're
animal.
actually terrifying. You're a fucking monster. Gronk is
He's
practically another race of human, dog.
go. Ah,
He's just like
human.
perfect,
a
He's
perfect.
small
green
little.
and
Yeah,
leathery
he's
and
he's
Whoa,
green. He's
whoa, whoa.
evil. He's a little
Evil.
untrustworthy.
What?
yes,
He'll steal your fucking bag,
yes.
This
but
is racist.
they're
Not our
still more
species.
more human-like, man.
Yeah, what do you have? Lizard eyes, fucking lizard tongue, have to lick your goddamn eyes to blink. I
Oh
never
my
see
god.
your ass blink.
But yeah, we don't fucking
Guys,
need to
watch
blink,
closely, watch
bruh.
closely. You'll never see him
We
blink.
have
He will
different
never blink.
fucking physiologies, bro.
Sounds like fucking bitch made.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
what can I say? What can I say? What can I say?
You don't even have wings either, dude. You really fell off. You are just a lizard, dude.
Well, if I
Like,
had
really.
wings, then you'd fucking really call me a monster.
Well, no,
Well, if you,
because then you'd
no.
be a wing-a-ding dragon.
Yeah.
You'd call me a winged dragon.
Hmm.
I call you something, but it wouldn't be that.
Yeah, I know. It can't be much better.
You know. I mean, hey, well, I mean, like, shit, man. Shit,
Oh
kobold. Shit, lizard.
shit!
Yeah, your
You know
horns are
what?
glistening today.
I know.
There you go.
I polished them. Thank you. There's no smegma
Yeah.
on them. Thank you.
Oh, on your horns
Don't
are good,
believe
but
you.
not on your scales, though.
I mean,
You know what? I'd be like a guy from Philadelphia that like came on your leg. You know, that'd be pretty good.
I don't even know what you're referencing. I don't know about this one.
Okay, but let's be real. Gronk is the only one who's had somebody come on their leg.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
There
It's
was
whoa.
like this.
Careful.
There was
It
there
wasn't
was this
someone.
massive six-legged beast that ran up
fucking
to him and just started busting all over him.
Okay,
It like
you got
covered
my
uncontrollably.
him
leg.
in like
I was like the
in a couple
woman
inches.
in the video that got camed on. That
It's
was me.
true.
Yeah,
It was
But
like a
it was
unlike
bukkake.
horrific.
Quincy, I've never voluntarily been camed on though. So like,
It wasn't voluntary, but I mean, we had to fish him out like he was like drowning.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
yeah, but
excessive.
like, yeah, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, he's afraid of cum
Yeah,
now.
He can't even bust.
Yeah,
Every time he goes to jerk off, he like freaks out right
yeah,
before climax.
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Oh my
no!
god! Oh my god!
Then I never finish, and it's like, oh shit, man. What can you do, man? What can you do?
No,
You know.
you just have like a panic attack afterwards, right? I mean,
I mean, nah, that's pussy shit, dude. Just don't have a panic attack, dude. Come on.
just don't
It's like
come.
everything else. Yeah. Or like, you know, if you're sad, just don't be sad. You know?
True.
That's
Right.
That's the goblin advice for today, guys.
If you're sad, stop that shit.
Yeah, stop that shit, guys. Come on.
God,
Just
get
don't be
real.
sad.
Get real.
Think about it. Think about it. The longer you're sad, the less you can do in a day.
The
When you're
longer
in
you're
bed,
sad, the more you were dead.
like say if like you're sad, right, and you're in bed all day, bro, the day is gone.
Yeah.
Well, you could have been on your grind going to work. That's the grind set, guys. There we go. Motivational. Oh, cut right here. That's a short. Perfect. Farming clips.
Gronk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice clip, Gronk. Nice clip.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm farming out here these days. You
You
know.
just okay.
Yep.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
And hell no, it's not.
Don't trust the word this man is saying.
I was just, oh,
Oh,
you definitely
fuck,
shouldn't
dude.
trust, but I was just, helping sell the
Not
bit.
you. The
Oh.
other man.
Huh,
Yeah,
me?
you can trust me.
No, you can trust me.
Can't trust either
Totally.
of them. But
Oh,
you can't
fuck.
trust the fucking goblin.
Bro, there's a whole anime about me of my kind being killed, but that's my genocide personally.
It's my favorite anime.
I wonder
Maybe
why.
your kind should stop ripping people off.
Well, they were ripping something off, but it wasn't. Well, it was people, but they were ripping something off of people, and then,
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But okay.
All right.
So we gotta find out Jeffrey Epstein's music taste.
Oh, true, true. We're 1 second in this video, dude. We didn't make it very far before we started yapping. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Since our old pal Jeffy E. Is back in the news recently, turns out he was a lone wolf sex trafficker with no clients.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
the real killer
true.
is depression.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
Don't be depressed.
I figured it would be
Stop that
appropriate,
shit.
or I guess in many ways very inappropriate and tasteless, to go over one of the funnier sides of his whole thing.
That's
So,
the way to put it. It's
something about the sex offender registry is that you are required by law to disclose any social media account that you may have. And because Epstein was, in fact, a sex offender, this may be news to some of you.
What?
We get to see
No.
That's my
most of his
best friend,
socials.
dude.
No.
Social media includes
no idea.
Spotify. And let me tell you, his playlists, there are many words to describe them. So let's look through them.
All right.
He was a man of exceptionally poor taste. So, one thing I would like to say just off the bat is that from looking at these, and especially just the names, really, of these playlists, it is clear that I don't think he was the brains of this operation. Let me pull up this
What?
link.
He had
That's
the
So
assistant
what you
make
see
the
here is
playlist.
his Spotify account.
Are you telling me that like maybe he didn't kill himself and someone killed him because he wasn't in charge? He wasn't the mastermind, bro.
He's just talking about his playlist.
That's crazy.
He is just talking about his playlist.
Yeah, I was talking about playlist. I was
Wait,
saying the notes.
what
but
is he talking about?
If you know, there's nothing to
Wait,
know. There's
What are
nothing
you
there.
talking about?
Now, what are you talking about?
Vacation. Many of these are now scrubbed, including the infamous Me Likey now.
Oh,
But let's take a look at exercise.
Alright.
Spelled incorrectly. Too many C's.
Exercise.
So, his taste, let's just go through artist by artist. First song, Pitbull, Afrojack, Neo, and Nair. The song Give Me Everything.
Size.
Then Tiesto, 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 Ladytron, Ladytron, Tiesto, 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 Tiesto,
Shit
Tiesto,
is so
Tiesto,
fucking
Tiesto, Tiesto,
fun.
Tiesto.
Right, what
Tribute
the fuck?
megastars. Tiesto, Tiesto. Symphony Number 3 in E flat major by Ludwig van Beethoven.
That
Nice,
shit's
Tiesto,
nice.
wild.
Tiesto.
Alright.
It's
Alright.
out of
Party Rock
pocket.
Anthem by LMFAO. Better Off Alone, a
Party
cover
Rock
version from Dance Anthem.
What,
Wait,
like, what?
Jump for My Love, the Pointer Sisters. It's Raining
Damn.
Men, Party Girls. Disco Inferno by the
Ooh,
Tramps.
Alright.
You Spin Me Right Round Like a Record by Dead or
Oh.
Alive. Call Me by Blondie, It's My Life.
Oh.
I believe that's also
Shit.
a cover. He can't even find the right version of these songs on Spotify. We Found Love in a Hopeless Place, Rihanna and Calvin Harris. Good Feeling by Flo Rida. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas,
Some
and All I Want for Christmas
fucking
Is You, both by Michael
Bublé.
Bublé. Rolling in the Deep, Adele.
Could you imagine, like, do you think he shuffles, or do you think he just, like, plays from the top every time he does his exercise
It
playlist?
has to be like you. There's no way you play on the top from an exercise playlist, right?
But like, you don't think he would though? Like, honestly don't think he would do that though? Because like,
I mean, he
mean-
would. It's clear that he doesn't give much of a fuck about like
I mean,
what the mix is, right?
yeah, clearly.
So
But,
maybe
like-
he does just hit play if he doesn't care what's gonna play.
He's like, I'll put my favorite songs first.
Tiesto.
Yeah, clearly,
Tiesto. Tiesto.
I mean, hopefully it's like a playlist where he shuffles it, but you never know, man. Like,
I could see a thing, not necessarily just because he's Jeffrey Epstein, but like someone doing a thing where like they set up their exercise playlist to work as like a timer or like schedule of sorts throughout the exercise. It's like
and when you get to like
a timer.
all I want for Christmas, it's like, hey, it's time to do leg day.
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or you're,
It's
you're
time
done
to
for
wrap
the
it
day.
up, yeah.
You know, it's like, all right.
Or when
Well,
you
he's
get to
wrapping-
Symphony
he's
number
wrapping people
3.
up. That's like swim time.
Yeah.
So all right, now it's time for swimming. I mean, hey man, maybe you know what? He's a known freak, so like, you know, this
Yeah.
is his exercise plan. I wonder what else he's got.
Yeah, it gets wild.
Without You, David Guetta and Usher. White Christmas with Shania Twain, Michael Bublé. Party Rock Anthem again.
Okay, all right.
All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. Sexy and I Know It, LMFAO.
Okay.
2 Drake songs, It Girl by Jason Derulo. Silent Night by Michael Bublé. Moves Like Jagger.
There's like so much belly
Maroon
rubbing
5.
music.
Over My Dead Body, Drake.
R&B.
I'll Be Home for... What is with the fucking Christmas songs?
That too.
Just out of order. First of the Year, Equinox by Skrillex.
Skrillex.
Ave Maria.
M83
Michael
in there.
Bublé.
That's a
Fun, We Are Young.
Oh,
Sexy and I Know It Again.
True. Wow.
Midnight City, M83.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Love You Like a Love Song by Selena Gomez. Is this still recording? Yes. Holocene by Bon Iver. Give Me Everything, again, by Pitbull.
Nice.
Second Pitbull feature.
Lonely Boy by the Black Keys.
Are you psychotic if you add the same song to your playlist twice and listen to it more often?
I do that. So I don't.
Interesting.
I plead the fifth on that one.
Oh, Cotton 4K. Dude, that's
Do you?
crazy.
Well, I guess you don't really like. Do you do that or do anything like that?
Like what?
I mean, you don't really do playlists and stuff, I guess, right?
Nah, that's like let the radio play, man.
Yeah.
Like I pick a song and then whatever comes.
Nah, there are a few special songs where, like, if I don't save 2 songs, or I don't save one song twice on purpose, but I do it on accident sometimes. And if I get the
I'd rather say like
opportunity,
a live song.
I might
right?
do it. Nah, sometimes like
Different,
there's
like,
multiple
covers?
releases because of compilations that the band releases. That's mainly what
okay.
happens. Sometimes Spotify bugs and it doesn't read that I have it saved. And then I save it, and now I have 2 of seemingly the same upload of a song. But
Interesting.
who knows what the fuck's going on there. But yeah, there's a few songs, like some Fleetwood Mac songs that I have saved twice. That's the only one I can think of. Tusk.
Damn. I exposed Quincy here, guys. That's pretty good. Caught his ass.
Hey man.
He's the same as Epstein.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't add two of the same song to a playlist, but I do have the same song liked twice on my Spotify.
Interesting. We hope they never leaks or they get you like they did Epstein. That's all I can say.
Call It What You Want by Foster the People, All of the Lights, Kanye, Little Lion Man, Mumford & Sons, Donald Trump by Mac Miller, If I Die Young, the band Perry, Love on Top by Beyonce, Look at Me Now, Young Blood by The Naked and Famous, Best Thing I Never Had by Beyonce, Last Christmas by Wham, on his exercise playlist. He really is a sick fuck. My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion, Eye of the Tiger, Survivor, Chariots of Fire, Vangelis, We Will Rock You by Queen, We Are the Champions by Queen, Jump Around by House of Pain.
Now that is some
The
workout
Final
music.
Countdown by Europe. Oh Christ, Rock and Roll Part 2 by Gary Glitter.
What? I don't know that one.
About 5% of you will be like, you know, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk. Stronger
Nice.
by Kanye West. These two are right next to each other.
Nice.
That's
I'm
good.
Gonna Be 500 Miles by The Proclaimers.
Nice.
Yeah, all right.
I Ran by Flock of Seagulls. Run This Town by Jay-Z. Jump for My Love, again, but a different version by the Pointer Sisters. Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast. That's a good one. And then whatever, like an entire workout album. Okay, I cannot stress enough how bad he is at spelling.
What do you say?
And then whatever, like an entire workout album. Okay, I cannot
Of Epstein when he was a teacher adult.
All right.
stress enough how bad
Misspelled?
he is at
His
spelling.
own name? Bruh.
Epstein.
And remember, this is not a fake account. How bad he is at spelling.
Bro.
Expert, dude. He just looks like a shitter. Like his fucking grin, dude. I swear to God. Is it just me?
No, I can see it.
Fucking
I mean-
scum.
I mean, you know, he had an island though.
Yeah,
And remember, this is not
Rich,
a fake account. This is
true.
his real account. This is legally specified to be his account. He has a gospel playlist spelled gossipful. Mostly Aretha Franklin. Pitbull. On the Floor, Rain Over Me. Pitbull and Mark Anthony. Give me. So he has a 4-song playlist that's. Okay, cool, I found it. A lot of these are actually fairly hard to track down. You need to find the Spotify profile, once again, JEE Vacation, Jeffrey Edward Epstein, through Google, just by searching the thing up, and then you can get to the link. Here we go. I actually managed to find a way to get to Me Like You Now, the one that was blocked out earlier. And I guess I see why they had it blocked off. Little Girls by Oingo
Oh.
Boingo.
Yeah,
Catholic Schoolgirls Rule by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
All right.
I Whooped Batman's Ass by Wesley Willis. The Wonder of You
What?
by Elvis Presley. Banana Man, Tally Hall. Polka Face by Weird Al Yankovic.
Damn.
Pedophile by Cupcake.
Bro.
Biggering, the 88
Ooh.
Borax singer.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look.
No. The song is called Pedo. Okay.
All right. I mean, yeah, he's kind of cooked.
Yeah.
He's kind of cooked.
From the Lorax soundtrack.
Nice.
Wesley Willis? Really? Now, in lieu of a sponsor spot for this video, I just wanted to bring up something that is actually important. I don't know if any of you have been really paying attention to the news, but there was a truly devastating, catastrophic biblical flood in central Texas over the last couple days. The death toll has already risen to 82. There's a lot of people still missing.
Old news.
A lot of
Old
It's old
news
video.
indeed.
people dead
Old news.
are coming.
Can it, fleshy?
Anything you
Can
can
it?
spare, please donate.
Oh, it's over? That's it?
Last Christmas by Wham, really.
This Christmas you liked and subscribed.
Damn.
So wrong.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's some insight, some behind
That
the
is some
curtains of
insight.
a madman.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I should put Jeffrey Epstein's music taste in.
Bro, he's got like a link to it, dude. Like, there's just a link to it? What the hell?
Link to what?
The playlist.
No, he doesn't.
That'd be kind of funny, though.
I need to
You
save
telling
that one.
me
I need to
you're
save that
not-
one.
yeah, I gotta save that one, dude. Holy shit. I gotta listen to me likey. I gotta see if he was onto something with that one, you know?
I need to listen to Pedophile. I love that song.
I bet you do, bud. I bet you fucking do. Well, I don't really have any more videos, unless you have some more videos, because, like, I've kind of, like, been caught up lately.
I don't no, I don't really know of any off the top of my head.
What about you, Guy? You got anything we should watch?
Your profanity.
Alright. Fuck shit. I'm gonna come.
Wow.
Ew.
I guess you could just go to
Oboe
to
shoes.
no, not oboe.
You're exposing
To
it. You're
keep
exposing
it
it.
to keep it on like random interesting stuff.
I mean, we
Fucking
can stick on Flesh Simulator.
no, what's his name? What's that fucking oh god damn it. He just recently did the video about people disappearing. Look up the people who never existed or whatever. And he's a big streamer. I mean, we used to watch him, a YouTuber.
Oompa? That sounds like a Oompa thing.
Huh?
Is that Oompaville? Sounds like Oompaville.
Oompa, yeah, Oompa. Yeah, just put on
That
a
just sounded like an Oompa. Fucking.
yeah,
That just
Oompa
sounded like
has a
shit.
lot of really interesting videos right now.
Really?
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah.
kind of like he's been doing more like conspiracy stuff recently.
Yeah, he does conspiracy shit now, yeah.
Yeah, which is like.
But like he
Well,
actually like looks into shit. Like he gives facts, like facts that you can look up and like be like, "Oh, okay."
We'll subscribe to him on this account. Why not? Oh, that's what we're doing. This is this one.
Any video is fine.
I bet I'll watch this one, dude. I fucking love watching Oompa in the past.
Yeah, he fell off when
The
he started
vast
talking about
wilderness of
YouTube drama.
When that
Yeah,
bitch came on
yeah. Was that his girlfriend?
at the time, I
But he's
think.
still
I don't
his
know if they're still
girlfriend.
together. They are together still?
I think so.
Oh.
Alright.
That stupid
just said.
bitch. I'm
Why?
Shit,
I'm
dude.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Ooh, guys, Quincy's cooked, dude. All right, let's see what you got, Oompa. It's been a while since
Been a
I've
while.
It's been a while.
Damn, he's got hour-long content now.
Yep.
I know. We're about to give him some views on this bitch. I'm down.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch this. I just haven't watched this one yet, so that was good.
Appalachia, where ancient ridges pierce morning mists and hollers swallow sound itself. Something moves between the trees. What begins as simple but tragic missing persons reports transforms into something far stranger. A tapestry woven from Police reports Native American prophecies and encounters that defy explanation entirely. Are these feral humans driven to wilderness by isolation and madness? What is the reality behind the occasional rumor? Today, we try to explore these answers. We've talked about Appalachian Unsolved a couple times. We'll have links to those videos down below. This one is a bit different. Today, we seek to dispel the myth and potentially unmask the mystery with an explanation, not exactly reaching for the stars or by manifesting interdimensional time-traveling creatures, as much as I'd like to do that, but rather an explanation that is grounded in tragedy that is all too human. Perhaps one of the most profound mysteries of the modern era is the scale at which national forests and national parks absorb people into their deep, long shadows cast by their dense canopies where they are never seen again or sometimes found impossibly far from where they first vanished. These statistics paint an unfathomable story. Hundreds, if not thousands, of people have disappeared from national parks since record keeping began. The Grand Canyon alone, while not in Appalachia, estimates over 1,000 disappearances since 1928. Back east, we have the Great Smoky Mountains, a region of Appalachia shrouded by swaths of dense fog that obscure its peaks and valleys. The Smoky Mountains see roughly 100 search and rescue operations annually. But it isn't the deaths that are haunting. Obviously, very tragic, but there's an end, there's a completeness to those stories. It's the ones who simply vanish as if the mountains themselves swallowed them whole. That's where the horror of that mystery comes in. With over 500,000 acres covering more than 800 square miles of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, you could search for multiple lifetimes and never find a trace of someone who's gone missing. There are so many caverns and closed-off mines in Appalachia, and there's a possibility that some of the people that go missing maybe just go to these places and then they just can't get out. There's a reason that you're not supposed to go there, and maybe it's because there's mole people living in it or whatever. If you see Appalachian content online, it probably has something to do with don't go in the woods at night in Appalachia. If you hear your mom call your name, don't follow it.
If you hear a fart, run. If you see a dog doing the Macarena on its hind legs at 3 in the morning on your Ring doorbell camera,
A Macarena.
that is not a dog.
The mystery runs
That
quite
is
deep.
not a
One
dog.
theory is that there are people that behave more
If you
as
see your
animals
dog
than
doing a
humans who
Macarena,
live in the Appalachian Mountains that
Skinwalker.
are the reason for the disappearances.
No, that's a dog
On the
doing the
morning
Macarena.
of June
What are you guys
24th,
talking about?
2009, the
bro,
mist
I know
still
Skinwalker
clung to the
when I hear
hollers
about
of
one.
Turkey Creek, Kentucky, when Nancy Ann Lockhart vanished from existence. The 33-year-old single mother of 2 young boys was the last seen at her late father's home in the remote Nosbin Fork area. Nancy was 5'11", just a foot shy of the editor of my YouTube channel, Tara. I shouldn't. Her grotesque physique. So mean. She was a woman who would be hard to miss in the small community nestled 20 miles northeast of Pikeville near the West Virginia border. We have an image of a map to give you guys an example of where that is. Her body bore the artwork of her life, a cartoon tiger on her right shoulder blade, a butterfly on her right breast, and the name Brooklyn adorning her right ankle, and multiple piercings that reflected her vibrant and fun personality. But on that June morning, all traces of Nancy Lockhart would disappear as completely as morning fog in the Kentucky sun. The last person to see Nancy alive was her boyfriend, Chris Chouinard. According to his account,
did
they
it.
had
He's
argued
guilty.
that morning, and Nancy had
Oh, bro, he did it, bro. Never to be seen again. Body hidden.
Suspect number 1.
stormed off, never to return, and the search efforts began immediately. Kentucky State Police Post 9, led by Detective Amos M. Adkins, coordinated
found
with the
Bigfoot.
Pike
It's like,
County
I'm never going
Sheriff's
back to that
Department
guy.
and local volunteer fire departments. All-terrain vehicles climbed the steep hills surrounding Nancy's home. Specially trained bloodhounds were brought in from Lexington, their handlers hoping to catch even the faintest scent trail, but the dogs found absolutely nothing. There was no trace of the woman who had lived her entire life in those Kentucky mountains. The Turkey Creek area itself presented a formidable landscape for any search operation, which is a consistent theme amongst the missing in these types of areas. The unincorporated community sat in terrain characterized by steep mountainsides, dense forests, and countless hollers where a person, a body, whatever, could disappear forever. And the post office in the area had closed in 1996, leaving the area even more isolated. Classic Appalachian wilderness. Beautiful, remote, but unforgiving. Unfortunately, due to the community's isolation, much of the reporting on
I didn't know something like that was like legal at all.
hasn't been updated or maintained.
What, like no, like, post office?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, not that necessarily, but like, having a community outside any recognized like bounds of a city or anything.
Yeah, that sounds pretty like if you were to tell me this is where Bigfoot is, I guess that's why I believe you.
Right, like it's actually not a thing, but like there's at least a handful of people living there, you know?
That's true. I wonder if that's like those people you see that are like your kind, you know?
Oh, the inbreds,
Maybe.
some might
You
say.
know, some might say lovely people. I'm sure.
They
It's like
are.
it's like
I
it's like
mean,
your
they
family.
probably are, you know?
Yeah. Like when I go to their house and have dinner, maybe it's probably a pretty good food. I imagine. You know.
In the Appalachians?
Yes.
Yeah,
You have like Bigfoot. You know.
yeah.
Like, would you rather have Bigfoot or like a Skinwalker? Who
Um,
you fight? Who you fighting? I mean, my bet, I'd bet on like Bigfoot. You know, I feel like
beating
Bigfoot would be
Bigfoot
like, no, like, well, I guess so. Yeah, if I wouldn't really try to beat him. You know,
just fucking run.
yeah, it would kind of be like you know when they say the old thing where it's like 99 men versus one gorilla.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the same concept there. I feel like maybe Bigfoot's pretty chill, man.
Yeah, if you just go at it like he's just a dude, like he's
Maybe he's
just a
chill,
guy.
man. You
Yeah,
know, versus what I want to see a Skinwalker, probably not. You know,
yeah. I mean, I'd probably take my chances with the Skinwalker. I'm going in hostile.
bro, you can have a chance, guy. You can have a chance. You could be dead.
Well, I definitely
Bigfoot
don't have a
gets you.
chance against Bigfoot, man.
Yeah, but like
He's got
I
big
think I have
feet.
an even less of a chance against a Skinwalker.
Fuck is a Skinwalker gonna do? The Skinwalkers. Well, it depends on context. So if I'm like in an arena, am I 1v? Is the choice to 1v1 one
No.
of them?
You're in like the woods. Like you're like exploring the woods, and
And
then like
it's like a survival horror game. I essentially have to just get through without being got by the predator,
yeah,
which is either
basically,
Bigfoot or the Skinwalker.
yeah,
Alright, yeah, I'd probably choose Bigfoot.
yeah. Why you don't want to be caught off guard by the Skinwalker?
Yeah, dude, you don't know what the fuck. I mean,
I mean, it feels
uh,
like
I don't know, cause
I think
like,
if it was a ring, like if it was like a boxing match, I think I'd still rather be in the ring with Bigfoot than
fuck no, dude. What do you mean?
no. Like
He's like
I'd
a
be in the
gorilla
ring.
but juiced.
Yeah, Skinwalker's like a demon that will like eat your soul.
Ain't no fucking demon. I mean, okay, you could kind of argue that.
I mean, like
I was gonna say it's not really like a supernatural thing, but
it kind of
he does
is.
like, yeah, he like morphs.
Yeah, like morph into animals.
But no, it's just an evolved life form. That's all.
Oh, maybe it's an alien.
Could
Maybe it's
be an
what guides
alien.
people. You know.
Could be an alien.
All right.
Contained and is largely inaccessible, aside from information shared in missing persons groups and forums where online communities have attempted to find answers for her. Some details would seemingly indicate her boyfriend, who last spoke to her and reported she didn't return after their fight, may have played a role in her disappearance, but this obviously was never confirmed.
Interesting.
Speculation online. A
Hearsay.
witness involved with the missing's family in the search efforts at the time reportedly saw Chris Chouinard and a friend loading a van with garbage bags and a rug from the home, and then that same friend.
Okay, so yeah, it was the boyfriend. All right. Okay.
Wait, what?
You can hear
It's
that?
not the same guy though. It's one of her other friends. Oh, partner and one of his friends. carried several garbage bags and a rug from the residence. The bruh. What do you mean?
What do you mean, dude? Right? And I'm like, do you not think that's kind of sus? I think that's kind of sus. I think that's might be where.
No, it's just a red herring. I mean, look, there's an hour more to the video. It has to be.
Well, it's probably more people. Though.
Oh, okay.
You know, this is one. It could be an example. You know?
I see.
Like, we'll see.
Oh yeah, the intro's about to be over.
But I'm gonna go get some water real quick. Thirsty.
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed.
All right, guy. He said he's about to go to bed.
Gots to. Oh my lord.
He's sussy.
It was fantastic not talking to you guys.
Yes, thank you for not talking to me, Grob. Guy.
You're welcome. Who the fuck is Grob?
I was gonna say Gronk.
Fucking weirdos.
All right.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. James is in the kitchen.
And good night, fucking non-existent ass chat.
Yes.
Bitch ass chat.
Yes. We're waiting. We're waiting. What do we got? No, I'm outed. I'm fucking outed.
If you cut off a chicken's head, it can still walk around for a few minutes before dying. If you cut off a chicken's legs, it cannot. I saw a dog kill a mouse
I
the other
fucking
day.
love this guy.
I was like, good. Cut out the middleman. People buy hairless cats because they're allergic to regular cats. They should sell hairless.
There he is.
I took my hairless cat
It
to get
is,
implants.
man. I can't fucking control myself.
Now he's a Turkish long hair. Nocturnal animals are always bug-eyed,
Get back over here,
freaking
boy.
out,
What you doing?
making
About
another little
time.
noise in the dark.
Guy
They're
is
like,
gone. Gone guy.
Guy's gone.
it's like, buddy,
Damn,
go
now
to
we can be
sleep.
racist.
Yeah. To Mexicans.
Whales have a heart the size of a small car.
Oh, he's not Mexican.
Imagine if they learned the true meaning of
He's like
Christmas.
Cuban. I think.
If
I
you
think
cut
he's
off a
from, like,
chicken's head,
Cubano.
Yeah, I heard maybe he's from an island.
Uh,
Ease Island.
E Island.
No, it's Edward Epstein. You know, not
Yeah, E. E.
Yeah, E. A.
Hey, I got an island here. I got an island over here.
Hey, I got my island here. Hey.
Hey,
Let's back to what Oompa's saying. Let's see what Oompa's doing.
Oompa.
And later allegedly purchased a new van. So that is some kind
Wow.
of witness allegation and some of the very small amount of information about this case that's online. Family members, though, insisted Nancy would never abandon her two young sons, especially while still grieving her father's death in
Bullshit.
the previous year. The psychological profile
stepped out
didn't
for
fit
milk
a voluntary
in the rug.
disappearance. This was a devoted mother whose world revolved around her children entirely. What's strange is that Nancy Lockhart wasn't the only mother to vanish from Pike County in 2009. Just 3.5 months earlier, on March 1st, a 24-year-old Crystal Branham Hall had disappeared from her
Shamrock
apartment
Kisses
while
and
on
Lucky
the phone
Horseshoes
with a
are-
friend. While on the phone, she reportedly told her friend that someone was coming into the back door, but then the line went dead.
What?
Like Nancy, Crystal was a mother whose
These are sounding less and less like Bigfoot and Skinwalker, and more like this is the place to hide a body at.
Yeah. Honestly.
Like this is what I'm gathering from this guy is like, if you want to hide a body, apparently you just go alone in the woods with the body.
In
And then-
Appalachia, because that's where the
Appalachia,
lack
yeah,
of
yeah.
infrastructure is.
Yeah, you go there, and then like you can hide a body. That's what the video. That's what I'm learning from this personally.
I mean, yeah. I don't know about you. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, I'm writing this down because I might need this. I know like a kobold that could needs to disappear.
You know any other kobolds or?
No, I only know you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Sleep with your eyes open like you're good at.
I will.
Your eye don't blink.
I do have eyelids.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
You're making that up.
Just you wait.
So you can close them?
If I want to. I just
you
don't want
want
to. Yeah.
Shit, dude.
You know.
I guess that's some
I
sort
just
of
don't want to
strategy
right now,
do.
you know?
I mean, sure. But like, you know, what, you trying to have me play the video?
Huh?
That's what you're signaling me to do in real life with your kobold arm? Your like 3-finger arm, like your no hand having arms? Bro, your arms are so tiny, dude. Look at your arms, dude.
Yeah, they look like
So
little
tiny.
cigarettes.
Yeah, bro, I can smoke your arms, dude. That's how fucking weak you are, guy.
Pluck them bitches off.
Yeah.
Your arm,
Oh my God,
your hand's looking like some Brussels sprouts, boy.
Boy, what you send me, boy?
You got some
boy.
Brussels sprouts sitting there on your hands. I wouldn't even want to eat them.
Boy, you don't eat greens. You're like a carnivore. All you eat is meat.
I will eat.
Just suck meat down, some could say, too.
I will eat.
I've never seen it, but I've heard.
Oh, yeah. It'll disappear right before your very eyes. Sausages. Long sausages.
Not a sausage today.
How about you take a look at the chat, the Discord call status?
Well, what now?
The channel status.
What thing?
Yeah. Huh?
Well, check them out.
Gate.
Huh?
Gate. You don't see it?
No,
This dude.
I don't. You're the only person that can see gay here, guy.
See it here?
Did you think about that?
You want me to put it in caps for you?
Sure.
You fucking swindler.
Do I have to come over there and look? I don't want to come over there and look.
You actually don't see it?
No.
You can see this.
No. Oh, like in like this chat?
Yeah, the fucking call status.
What? Oh.
This bit wasn't supposed to take this long.
Mm.
But he doesn't know how to be gay.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, read the thing. You'll know yourself.
Gay. Or kobolds.
Damn, I can't believe you'd write that, dude. That's sus, dude. That's kind of sus, man.
That's sus. I don't know who wrote that.
No, I didn't write it.
I didn't write it.
Family insisted she would never abandon her children. In this case, she had 3. And a page dedicated to her on Facebook is still active, with one of her sons, Ethan Hall, posting as recently as August 4th, yesterday, to remember her. The geographic proximity and temporal closeness of these cases suggest to some investigators the possibility of a serial predator operating in Pike County. Nobody has ever been charged, as no body or clue has ever been found.
Predator.
And Nancy and Crystal both remain missing. Then, 3 years later, and 200 miles to the southeast, another soul would vanish into the Appalachian wilderness under equally mysterious circumstances. In March 2012, around the first anniversary of his beloved grandfather's death, 24-year-old Derek Joseph Luking would leave a cryptic note in his car at Newfound Gap and disappear into the Great Smoky Mountains, never to be seen again. The timeline of Derek's disappearance reads like a carefully orchestrated plan that suddenly went awry. On March 17th, he left his Louisville, Tennessee home overnight, and his roommate Ryan Mulvin found Derek's alarm blaring continuously, entirely out of character for the punctual, organized young man. Still, he thought nothing of it at the time, assuming he'd just forgotten to turn it off before leaving for work, but Derek never went to work. Derek would embark on a shopping spree that would suggest serious wilderness preparation. He spent over $1,000 at Bass Pro Shops, Knife Works, which is an incredible store, then Coleman's and Walmart, all on survival gear. He purchased a tent, sleeping bags, maps of the Great Smoky Mountains, a Gerber pack axe, military survival manual pages, 100 feet of black paracord, and a Bear Grylls survival tool pack. Derek was a devoted fan of the Man
Drink
vs.
your own
Wild
piss
television
mine.
show, and it seems as though he was aiming to test what he'd learned.
Improvise
Derek then
the
checked into the
depths
Microtel
of the
Inn in
calm.
Cherokee, North Carolina, and hotel surveillance footage captured him leaving alone at 4 a.m. on March 17th, carrying only a small day pack. His family received a call from Ryan stating he hadn't shown up for work, and they immediately drove through the night to try and locate their son, Derek. And what his family found in his room
Here you
painted
go.
a troubling picture. He'd searched the Great Smoky Mountains on his computer shortly before he'd vanished and made a sequence of purchases showing intent to venture out into the wilderness and book that hotel stay 2 hours away. And the family's next stop was obviously that hotel, where they found a Bible left open on the bed and an empty liquor bottle on the floor of Derek's room. Their next goal was to
Jesus,
try and
dude.
find where he'd gone by checking nearby.
I don't want to say like he went off to go off himself, but it kind of sounds like what he did.
Yeah, this is a weird look. It's like this is like a movie.
Yeah, it's like
It's like they found the fucking liquor bottle by the Bible. That's
It's like, well,
crazy.
I mean, all I can say is like, it's like,
Fucking
I mean,
Yeah, take your hat off and say your blessings, man.
I guess you can make it. I mean, it's weird that he bought all that stuff unless he was trying to cover it up.
That's
You know,
true.
like,
That's a good
He's
point.
like, it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna. It's like, I'm not gonna go out here because it'd be weird if he just went out on his own, right? But if like, I have the intent to go camp.
Right. Then they'll be like,
But if all he left with
Hmm.
was a day pack, it sounds like he probably didn't intend to use the camping gear.
even though he spent $1,000 on it. That is the same guy, right? He spent like $1,000 on camping
Yeah.
gear
Yeah,
and then just left with like nothing.
yeah, like a day pack. It's like that's like
True.
either he didn't. I mean, it's either he didn't intend to like camp that day, like he was just gonna go like just kind of scout for maybe a camping spot and then come back the next day, or he was going there to go to kill himself. But I mean,
True.
hard to say. Hard to say.
Dubious. We'll have to check the camera footage. Hopefully they don't fucking what's the word? Doctor it.
Right? It's like, oh, you know what else was doctored? The prison
What
where
prison?
Epstein was at.
No.
Can you believe it? Like, if I told you, right, there's no footage, and there was footage, but there's no footage, and then they released the footage, and then it's not even good footage, not even believable.
Not even halfway. It's
I want to see the guy go into the cell. I want to see the guy come out of the cell. That's what I want to see. But, you know, one day, maybe. Did you just do a blinker?
yes. I did. You want mine?
I don't know. Oh, is mine?
It was
no, it's
charging.
Oh yeah, true. All right, peace pipe time, guys. You know, like like some people have like an anxiety pin. You know,
Yeah.
those people are pussies, dude. Just call it what it truly is. A peace pipe. Come on, guys. You know.
That's true. The Epstein stuff though is oh man, it's one of those things where you have to try to not let it just like upset and enrage you because it's like such a blatant.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's so funny to me. Is what it is.
But I wouldn't say enraged. For me, it's more of like a disappointment and a worry because like it's such a blatant
Lie.
it's just such a blatant lie. It's like a spit in the face of the American people in general. And like
That's true.
our intelligence, and it's like, oh man.
And you know what? You know what they
Ooh.
should do? Like, here's what they should do, right? They should when they release the files, right? Trump could even redact his name out of it for these 4 years that he's in there, and no one would be like, all right, he's not in there. And then once he's out and he gets his Nobel Peace Prize, he'll probably like end up passing away peacefully, of course, because he's done,
Yeah.
Because I actually like a lot of things that he's done, but like maybe that's what happens, and then maybe it comes out that yeah, maybe he was a pedophile, and then well, just like past presidents we've had,
Yeah.
that's how it's always been.
We just gotta keep
Which I mean,
keep gambling on presidents. Maybe one of them's not a pedophile.
maybe one of them.
Maybe
but
one.
I don't know if we'll ever be that lucky, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is. That's how I see it. You know what? And as we all know, our own opinions are the right opinions.
Yeah. Unequivocally.
We can,
No
we can all have
arguments.
opinions.
We will not be taking questions.
Now, I'll take questions. And if you try to question my opinion with your opinion, that's always wrong.
There you go.
Right?
Well said, Grunk.
Because that's how everybody is. You question their opinion, you're wrong. So I've learned if you can't beat them off. I mean, join them.
Something like that. One of those things.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Or maybe they're supposed to beat you off.
Yeah, maybe they're supposed to. Maybe you're supposed to beat each other off.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
No.
No, definitely not. No, I definitely don't think that's true.
All right. All right.
All right, we'll get back to Oomps. Oompy.
Trailheads for his car. And by 8:30 a.m., Derek's white Ford Escape was discovered by his own family at the Newfound Gap parking area. This point is at an elevation of 5,000 feet where the Appalachian Trail crosses the Tennessee-North Carolina border here on a map. And inside the vehicle, investigators found a scene that defied some level of logic. They found a handwritten note that simply read, "Don't try to follow me." Some sources report that note said, "Don't look for me." They also found that all his survival gear remained in the car, along with his wallet, credit cards, cash, and car keys. The search effort was immediate and massive, with up to 60 searchers, including 3 dog tracking teams and helicopters, and they scoured over 70 miles of trails covering 56 square miles in total. Teams rappelled down cliff faces and conducted both day and night helicopter searches. The timing, unfortunately,
he disappeared.
as is with a ton
Yeah,
of
that's
these
crazy.
cases, could not have been worse. Heavy rains.
Because like if you go out there on foot, that should be enough square mileage to find you.
Yeah, because they were
Right.
they were less than they were a day, maybe 2 behind the guy.
Yeah, and like if anything, he should show up within like the first couple, like maybe like the first 20 miles, like maybe if he walked all day and night, he could be maybe 20 miles away on foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's if he walked all day and night, and then I guess even the next day, maybe at most he's 30 miles out.
And if he was trying to kill himself, there's no way he would have been out of scope of where they're trying to search by that point.
Right, that's like he already didn't bring anything with him going into the woods, so like I don't even think he would survive the entire day.
It's strange.
Especially if you have the intent to
Yeah.
go like off yourself, it's like if you're going there to do it.
Yeah, right.
It's just weird. Like I feel like you would just go to like the nearest, like you walk like maybe an hour into the woods, and then that's it.
Maybe he was a skinwalker the whole time.
Ooh,
And he was an
returning
alien
home.
skinwalker. Yes, he went back.
Yeah, he
Oh
was
my god.
spying. Oh shit.
Fucking hell.
That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. But like maybe the skinwalker was us all along.
The skinwalker's inside us all along. Let's find out what really happened, though.
Yeah.
In the initial search period, washed away potential scent trails,
Oh,
and
shit.
despite the sunny weather that had drawn numerous hikers to the park that day, not a single
Oh,
witness
yeah, okay.
reported seeing
So
Derek on any
that-
trail. There's no finite end for either the case of Nancy Lockhart or Derek Luking. Aside from the similarity of both going missing and their cases
so
being
that's it.
unsolved, both of these disappearances occur within a geographic and cultural landscape that's steeped in folklore about wild men living in the Appalachian wilderness. Now, it's certainly more likely that
Mothman's
these
up there as
people
well.
just maybe went out and got lost or tripped,
Yeah,
fell,
and Bigfoot.
hypothermia.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of very realistic explanations for
I
all
don't.
of these
I
different.
don't think there's skinwalkers there.
I don't think so.
I think it's like something else, but it's similar. It's like
I think
the
that might be
Wendigo or something.
no, because I think Wendigo is the Smokies.
This is the Smokies,
It is.
wasn't it? I'm pretty sure this was. He went to the Smoky Mountains.
I thought Appalachia. What's the one in Colorado?
Damn, bro.
Is that not
I don't
Smoky?
know.
I don't fucking know. I'm gonna look this one
Alright.
up
Pull
real
up a
quick.
map. Let's go over here real quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, you're searching Ishmael.
I am. Nah, it's in Tennessee, boy.
The Smokies.
That's what I was looking like. The Great Smoky Mountains. And what's in Colorado?
Yeah, what's the fucking mountain range in Colorado that's really famous? I can't remember. Okay, let's just do
Oh, the
this.
Aspen
Nah.
Mountain. What is the mountain here, dude?
The Rocky Mountains.
Oh,
The
shit,
Rocky
we're dumb as hell.
Mountains. Yeah, of course. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that makes sense, guy.
Yeah, I think the Rockies are Wendigo.
Hmm.
Wendigo is basically a skinwalker though, right?
I mean, they are, but they're not. They're different types.
Right,
A
they like come from
skinwalker
different.
is more Native American.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can shape shift. I don't think Wendigo shape shift.
I
Maybe
thought
they do
they
shape shift.
maybe they. I mean, I'm sure they're both sort of like fluid in the way they're
Can
described.
we gotta look this up again. Can can Wendigos shapeshift? That's the top search results. Yes, they can apparently. They have. Oh yeah. Yep, they can shapeshift. All right.
Interesting.
Yep, we're cooked. You just can't win, you know. You never be able to beat one.
Things,
Oh, wait,
but it's
hold up.
very difficult to wrap your head.
Well, you know, you still looking at shit.
Yeah, I was just wondering about like the origins of Wendigo, but it's like a French European thing.
Yeah, I know a skinwalker is more a Native American thing.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Makes sense. Speakers of Algonquian languages. Algonquian are the ones that created the myth of Wendigo.
Mm.
Speakers stretch from east coast of North America to the Rocky Mountains. It checks out.
They could be anywhere.
That's true. It's a pretty wide range.
They could be anywhere near us, apparently.
Well, I mean, we're. I mean,
Don't dox us. Don't dox
it's
us,
it's
guy.
not like I mean, yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't say too much. Don't say too much.
It's not exactly mountainous, but
Hey, I see mountains.
that's true. I mean, it's like,
They're not big mountains.
yeah,
I mean, compared to like the mountain, like
compared to the
Appalachia
Rockies.
and yeah, like these are like hills, but they're nice hills.
I think they're probably mountains by definition.
Yeah, I don't know what they are.
Fuck it.
There's some type of mountains.
Define a mountain.
A big hill. I mean, you know,
Yeah, it's not the wrongest
my-
thing I've ever
it's not
heard.
All right, what do you describe a mountain as?
A bigger rocky hill. Yeah, it seems more accurate, right?
No. No.
All right.
I'm gonna say no on that one, Chief. You know, like I don't think so.
You are the expert geographer out of us, of course. So
Of course. Especially, I'm more world um, geography, not what's in in geography. You know, I can tell you where like Brazil's at. You know, I don't know what the fuck's in Brazil.
they got that Jesus statue. How about that?
Okay. They got dirt bikes.
They got surfboards.
They got dirt bikes.
They got poverty.
Well, every place has poverty, so that's not too surprising. They got dirt.
They got dirt. They got fucking rainforests.
They don't have water, clean water. I actually don't know if that's true. That's just a a
Racism?
fact about
It's a racism?
what? No, it's not a racism. It's kind of a racism. It's not a racism, guys. All right, let's go back to Oompa. Let's change the subject. Let's go back to
Save
Oompa.
us.
Head around someone just going missing and never being able to find that person ever. And then their body decomposes or whatever, and there's just no trace after a few years or even a year. The wild man thing seems absolutely insane, but there are a ton of people who actually believe it, and there are reports in other
done
cases,
by one guy.
specifically the case of Dennis Martin that we've talked about before on the channel, where people said they saw a wild man carrying a small boy. And these stories date back to the
What's a
19th
wild
century,
man,
to
though?
1877, when gold miners
Like,
in West
if I go in the wild, am I a wild man?
Wait, sorry, what?
I said, what's a wild man?
Uh,
Like, if I go into the wild, am I a wild man now? Or is it like generations of people that are just been in the woods?
I mean, it's probably just like a descendant of a mountain man or something. I don't know, like, an old ass scraggly guy that lives in the cabin.
Yeah, I was thinking like an uncivilized, like doesn't know what anything, they don't even speak our
Oh,
language.
like an actual
Type of like they've just been raised in the
wild.
woods. Yeah. Is that what that is? Is that what they
Oh, true. He might say, but that is an interesting concept.
Yeah. That's why I don't like terms. If it was like Bigfoot, I'd care. I'd care a little more. But wild man, shit, man. Like that's just a human that just hasn't been in civilization their entire
Yeah.
life.
Maybe that's just what Bigfoot is, though.
Oh, true,
Oh.
true.
Or maybe the
Maybe-
wild man concept is a cover up for the actual existence of Bigfoot, which does exist.
Ooh, yeah, it's true. I like. Ooh, you're onto something here.
Yeah.
Don't let big cryptids know about this.
Yeah.
I'll get you. You know.
North Carolina reported encounters with savage humans living in the mountains. This is in the 1800s. Civil War deserters supposedly fled to these remote areas, with theories suggesting their descendants might still inhabit the deepest hollows of Appalachia. And like I mentioned, the 1969 disappearance of 6-year-old Dennis Martin from the Great Smoky Mountains, during which a witness reported seeing a wild man carrying something red over his shoulder, sparked more modern interest in these theories. We did pretty extensively cover that story in a previous video on the channel. There will be a link down in the description below, but it's a perfect tie-in to this topic. There's a consistent, unexplained, and undying legend of people going missing and there not being any real logical cause. Or proof of a logical cause, I should say. For a full dive into the story on Dennis Martin, check out that video, but for the sake of this, here is a quick synopsis. June 14th, 1969, you have a little boy, Dennis Lloyd Martin, 7 years old. He disappears at Spence Field in Cades Cove, a part of the Great Smoky Mountains. And it's important, he disappears while planning to play a playful sneak attack on his parents. 4 hours pass before rangers are notified of the disappearance. A massive search then launches involving thousands of man-hours. The FBI comes involved due to the bizarre nature of the case. 60 Green Berets join the search operation, and the Martin family offers a $5,000 reward for information despite the extensive efforts. Dennis is never found. Around the same time as Dennis' appearance, a fellow by the name of Harold Key and his family are hiking about 10 miles away, and Key and his sons hear a terrible scream while looking for bears near a creek bed. They walk about 200 yards towards the sound, and they see what initially appears to be a bear, but upon closer inspection, they realize it's a rough-looking man hiding in the bushes trying to avoid them. Key's wife in their parked car also hears the scream, and Key reports the sighting after learning of Dennis's disappearance. Then we go to 1985 when a ginseng hunter reported finding a scattered child skeleton and the remains of that in Tremont's Big...
Damn.
They eat them, huh? They eat them. That's interesting. I guess that's like, it's like, you know, their veal, I guess. Just a wild man.
Nah, it would be. He probably eats veal too.
Nah. He's like, a child, delectable. Think he does that?
Yeah.
My kind does that sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But not one of our kind, just a human child, you know.
No, I know. I've seen it.
Hollow, about 15 miles north.
Oh, you're not supposed to. I can't bring you to the barbecues like this guy. You know, they're gonna talk. You know.
Northeast of Spence Field. The fella who discovered the remains delayed his reporting for years due to fear of prosecution for illegal ginseng harvesting. A massive thing in the 80s in Appalachia. And by the time it's finally reported, the remains could never be located again, and the Dennis case remains one of the most famous unsolved disappearances in national park history. The number of cases that dodge traditional explanation...
So dude could have done something, but he was like, nah, my legal shit. Shit, sorry, child.
I mean, fair enough. He's already he's gone, man. What are you gonna do?
He's gone, man. You know, it's like, damn, dude, it's like, ah. I mean, you gotta like snitch on yourself because you saw a skeleton, like.
It's probably not the boy. Let me get this ginseng real quick.
Yeah, let me get.
And remain unsolved, and that may fit into this feral man theory is pretty staggering if you're inclined to believe that something lurks in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to catch someone alone in the wilderness. A lot of people believe that. I personally do not believe it, and I feel that mental health is probably one of the main things that is involved with people going missing. I don't feel like serial killers are responsible for everything. I think children can get lost and so on and so forth. A ton of very boring things, but it's important to talk about different theories and what people believe and what people have found and the evidence that people propose. Roughly 12 years after the disappearance of Dennis Lloyd Martin on September 25th, 1981, Thelma Pauline Melton, a 58-year-old woman who went by Polly, was last seen hiking in the Deep Creek area of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. She was part of a group, including her husband and some friends who had parked an Airstream in a campground, presumably at the Deep Creek campground, but not far from the trailhead. And at 4 p.m., Polly was walking with her friends when she vanished. Her husband had stayed behind at the campground while Polly and her friends hit the trail. Polly was familiar with this trail, and according to her friends, she had sped up, getting ahead of her companions, and she'd walked over a hill out of view. And about 30 minutes after she disappeared over the hill, the rest of the group arrived back at the campground, presuming that they'd find Polly there, but her husband hadn't seen her. And at 6 p.m., 2 hours after her disappearance, she'd been reported missing to park rangers. No evidence of Polly venturing off the path was ever found, so what could have possibly happened? According to the Charlie Project, a database of disappearance cold cases, Polly was grieving the recent passing of her mother, but still, she wasn't believed to be suicidal despite recent bouts of depression as a result of the passing of her mom. She could have willingly stepped off the path or something, but doing anything without there being any evidence left behind is difficult to understand. Now, the area where Dennis Lloyd Martin went missing in 1969 and where Polly went missing in 1981 are very far away from one another. They're both in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, but Spence Field, where Dennis went missing, is in the central west area of the park, whilst Deep Creek is on the very southern end on the North Carolina side of the park. It's a distance of about 25 to 35 miles on foot. This is still a very close proximity for such a strange and bizarre disappearance to happen within such a short period of time, which has led people to speculate about wild men, feral people of Appalachia. People think it's Bigfoot. That's one of the main official explanations of missing 411, serial killers, and all of that. One more disappearance in the region may even be seen as speculative evidence of the feral men theory, one that fell between the two in time as well as geographically. 7 years after Dennis vanished and 5 years before Polly would do the same, on October 8th, 1976, a school group from Barrington High School in Knoxville, Tennessee was in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on a hiking trip. They were on their return stretch of the hike, heading back to the Kauai parking area where they would load up into their bus and head back home. And the group, led by ornamental horticulture teacher Wayne Dunlap, was coming along Andrews Bald Trail when one student in the group, Teresa Trini Gibson, vanished. This was in the area around Clingman's Dome, which is the highest point in the park, positioned along the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. They were only a half a mile from the parking area when Teresa went missing. It seems very unlikely for her to go missing in a school group. There were 38 other students on the trip, which broke into smaller groups based on their different hiking pace.
You see, a lot of animes, you know, a school group gets isekai'd, right? And then one of them pushes the last person into like into the like a ravine or something, and that's it. And then they come back. But in this case, they didn't come back.
Unlucky.
Yeah. You know, if they got isekai'd though, they would have been all right probably.
That's true. Who knows? They might have.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
They had very clear instructions from their supervising teacher, Mr. Dunlap, not to hike past Andrews Bald or take any side trails. And I just couldn't imagine getting lost. You'd have to try really hard or go off the beaten path with like someone else. It's very surprising with all the different groups of kids. Kids like to stick together. Trini hiked to Andrews Bald, the mountain peak south of the Kauai Visitor Center that they arrived at, alongside the student she'd ridden beside on the bus, a kid by the name of Robert Simpson. But Trini took the return trip to the parking lot alone, and with there being various smaller groups of students, she eventually came up behind a group consisting of Angela Beckner, Lisa Mickles, and Bobby Cogill. It's a girl. They reported that she was walking faster than they were and that she proceeded past most of them, but Bobby kept pace with Trini. The two would catch up to another pair of students, Scott Troy and Anita Rounds, and the group continued together for a few minutes before Scott, Anita, and Bobby took a seat to rest for a bit, and then Trini decided to continue on her own. Then Scott, Anita, and Bobby would watch Trini continue and see her stop on the path, bend over, then turn off the trail. And with more groups behind and ahead of them, the trio of students who watched Trini disappear didn't think anything of it until they arrived at the bus, where they assumed she'd be, only she was not. And when Trini didn't arrive at the bus, Wayne Dunlap, the teacher, hiked back to Andrews Bald with another student, Danny Johnson, trying to locate her, but they couldn't find her, and the National Park Service was contacted and informed of a missing child in the park. Park Services immediately launched a search, and the bus with the remaining 38 students went back to Knoxville, but Wayne Dunlap stayed behind to assist in the search for his missing student. I cannot imagine how responsible he felt in that time.
Yeah,
The Park
right.
Service logs documenting the timeline of the
Ugh.
search for Trini from the day she went missing and after reveal that the Rangers felt an urgent need to find Trini the same day that she disappeared. As every single day someone stays missing, the chances of them being found alive drastically decrease. Not to mention there was rain, it was cold, and it
God
was
damn
wet
it.
in the area where she
Damn
had
it.
vanished.
Why is there always
with heavy
fucking
rain in
rain?
the forecast for that night, with temperatures dropping down to the mid 30s. So
The real question is, why'd y'all take like a field trip when it's like 40 degrees at night instead of like, like right, like either spring or fall when it's like, all right, guys, fall, there's no pollen, maybe it's not a cold night, like maybe like early September.
Yeah.
Might be kind of warm still, but like you're in a wooded area, so you'll probably be okay. I remember my field trips. Like one of them we went to, and it's like at this outside place, and it was hot as shit. But all they did was give us water, so we were fine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've had field trips where it's like hot, but going out in the cold hasn't really happened, honestly.
Yeah, like
Like for outdoor activities.
I mean, we went to like, yeah, like not. I wouldn't be going like on a hiking trail through
Yeah.
through the mountains.
When it's fucking 35 degrees. Get the
That's like a
fuck out
field
of
trip.
town.
I'd be like, don't sign this, Dad. I'm not. I don't want to go on
Yeah.
this fucking field trip.
Better yet, especially if it's raining, probably just reschedule the field trip, guy.
You should have stayed at school and just showed us a video on the
Yeah,
mountains
right.
instead.
Roll in the fucking CRTV or turn on the
Yeah.
projector, whatever you got.
We had smart boards. But we just got them in though. They were cutting edge technology for us.
I didn't even see a smart board in high school.
Wow, knowing where you're from, I can see why.
Well, I'm surprised you did, knowing where you're from. Tell you that.
Bro, the Enclave has its own military there, so of course, that one's higher educated than you.
Nah, I know y'all don't have fucking military industry funding.
Well, not us. So it was like, some could call it like the U.S. military, but, you know,
Your military?
oh, we don't have a military. We're goblins.
Oh, okay.
But, the Enclave involves everybody, though. So, like, their military is our military.
Interesting. Interesting way to put that.
Yeah, because, like, think about it like this. Like, the Enclave, we're law-abiding citizens. And so we don't need to worry about the military. Because our military will protect us.
Is it like being a sovereign citizen?
Oh, no, because that's bullshit, dude. That's not real.
I don't know. This kind of sounds like bullshit. Could be a pyramid scheme for all I know.
I like Ponzi schemes better. It makes me more money.
Okay.
Pyramid schemes, like, I have to, like, sell you something to get you to sell stuff,
Yeah, you have to delegate.
And, like, yeah, that's a lot of work. I'd rather just, like, pump and dump.
Pump it.
I like if we're doing crypto, this would be a pump and dump right here, guys.
Dude, the Gronk coin.
Never.
Gronk coin.
Not well, maybe one day, but like that shit's gonna get pumped and dumped, and then that's it for me.
Yeah, that's the retirement fund.
But I don't know, man, because like I feel like it's gonna cost a lot more money in the future than it does now.
Wait, what do you mean? Just crypto?
I mean, just money in general.
Oh, yeah, money.
So like I want like Epstein level of money or
Well,
Elon
that
level
is
of
an
money.
interesting person to compare yourself to.
Well, I was just saying I want their money, not what they
I mean,
may or may
you
not
said
do on
you
their
want to be
island.
like Epstein. That's all. I mean, that's for
Well, I know
like.
he's your hero, so I know you. It's your dream to own an island. So
Yeah, he's my hero. He can't be yours.
all right, I have a different mustached hero.
Yeah, you can have Elon. He's fucking
So
weird.
mustached.
Musk. Muskashed.
Nah,
All right, that's fair.
No, it was really funny when he left though. He's like, Trump, he's a pedophile.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, that whole thing was such a fucking gaff.
That was pretty good though. It's like, oh, damn, I wish I knew what happened there. You know,
Yeah,
well, I knew what happened there. It's because rejected some of his shit, but like he knew he was gonna knew he was gonna do that though. So that's the weird thing about it. But
yeah,
that shit is always funny to see. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do enjoy watching people like roach out. You know,
yeah.
like just seeing him like, all right, they scam people, now they're out. You know, maybe it's just drama. Maybe I just like drama. You know, maybe I'm like a drama guy. I do watch a lot of drama.
That's true.
But
Yeah,
that's so nice though. It's like,
it's
damn,
it's
look at these retards, you know?
yeah. It's nice if it's nice.
It's not nice. It's never nice. I just like making fun of like retards.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Hawk Tua coin. Oh
Oh,
no, guys! Oh,
stupid
the same we've
bitches
seen happen a
again.
million
Yep.
times, where they rug pull under you and they
Oh.
sell. You know, like that's the type of shit that's like, come on, guy.
Yeah, you'll get it this time.
Like,
You'll be on top of it this time.
that's like, come on
Nope.
now.
Nope. God. That hasn't happened
You
to
think after, well, it wasn't the last one, Hawk Tua coin that did
pretty
that?
much,
That pumped and
honestly.
dumped?
You remember Wizard was telling us about the coin that was in his racist X chats? They
Yeah.
had like I forgot what the X group was called, but their group created a crypto coin
Yeah, you don't need to.
and they
You
pumped
don't
and
need to.
dumped it
Wow.
successfully.
It's an infinite money glitch if you do it right.
It is.
But you need the money first to do it.
You
That's the
do.
downside.
And you need to dangle the carrot in front of your customers at just the right distance.
Yeah, because like I mean, really, the more sales we can get, that's just better off. You know, like damn, I wish I was actually acted upon my evil intentions. You know, like, I can think of many evil intentions you can do, right? But I'm not gonna act upon them. I'm just throwing that into the world. You know, letting people know.
Yeah, that's mercy.
You know, I'm letting everyone to be enlightened and to be aware of not to fall for a pyramid Ponzi or crypto pump and dump scam by telling y'all about the scam.
It's so easy to tell every time.
Mm, It is. It is. Unless you have a bunch of money and you get lucky, and then you could be the one profiting from the pump and dump.
Yeah, if you want to make a pump and dump, go for it.
Maybe not make one, but like if you want to participate in any crypto coin that's probably sounds suspicious, that's probably a pump and dump. But you could make a lot of money from doing that though, if you sell at the right time.
Yeah, if you're the right guy,
Yeah, like you could be a billionaire.
you just gotta be actually on it.
You just need like $1 million, invest into it at that moment, and hopefully you can sell it while
Yep.
it's like up 10,000%.
There's always a chance.
It could be you. You know, it's like gambling. You know, this is like
Yeah.
a new form of gambling. It's like you could gamble like a buffalo machine. You know, you can like gamble a little bit. You know, or you could like open cases in CS to gamble. You know,
That's true. CS
but
cases.
instead they do that instead.
Yeah, with that in mind, we're launching our new coins today.
Yeah, guys, the new crypto coin coming. No. Until the coin actually comes out, you need to have followers first, guys. Come on. That's how you do it.
Fuck.
but of course, guys, this is just educational, so you know not to fall for these scams. Like
Right.
because you will get fucked probably. You probably lose your money, but like a lot, like all gamblers they quit before they're winners. Like
That's true.
just one more could be it.
Yeah. I mean, we've all heard it before. I mean, it's factual. 99% of gamblers quit right before they're about to hit it big.
It's true. It's true. I can't answer that better myself.
Yeah.
Like so. But like, if we did have a coin, guys, which we don't have right now, like we will never have a coin, right? But if you ever saw a coin from us, don't think of it as a pump and dump. Think of it as a long-term
A
investment.
long-term investment. That's
Yeah.
true. We'll be
I
supporting it.
definitely,
I mean, it'll.
yeah, be supported for a long, long time. Like this is gonna be the new Bitcoin, guys. It's gonna be that big.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not
And
ready for it.
we totally wouldn't like pump and dump y'all. Like come on. I'm a goblin. How many times have you seen a goblin betray you?
Right. And look,
Never.
like even if you see like a huge dip in the coin value, it's all
That's
right.
time to buy even
It's
more.
yeah, it's gonna be like Dogecoin. We have it'll be like another 5 to 10 years, and we have another huge spike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like, yeah, that's
that's
what you
what's
see a coin
coming.
from us, though. Like, but that's
Big plans.
TB.
Yeah,
TBA.
big
To be
plans.
announced. But remember, guys, never fall for like any other ones in the meantime. Like
0.
it'd be too unfortunate.
Yeah. Trust no one.
Like trust no one. But like if you see one from us, though, like we're totally trustworthy.
Yeah.
We totally
Yeah,
wouldn't, like, rob
we
you.
are the guys.
Yeah, we're the guys. We're the saints in the world. Like come on. Would I lie to y'all?
Yeah, would we steer you wrong?
I would never.
Think about it.
I would never do that. All right. Get back to the video.
To the missing children.
Yeah.
Truly a treacherous environment to get lost in. Trini's parents were
true.
instructed to bring some of her dirty clothing for search dogs to get her scent, but most of the manpower for the search wouldn't arrive until the next morning. Unfortunately,
Oof.
looking back at all this research
Unlucky.
and
Bad
information,
luck,
it
yeah.
appeared that none of the students thought it was pertinent to share what they'd witnessed the day that Trini disappeared, and it wasn't until the next day that one of the students reported seeing her leave the trail. And unfortunately, Trini Gibson
Fucking
was
kids.
never found.
The one thing
And
it
as
said
time
don't do,
passed,
they did it.
Trini's family and the public would start to believe that it couldn't have just been a matter of getting lost in the park, but potentially
Oh,
a
it could've been
kidnapper or
Skinwalker.
murderer or some evil thing like that. Some maintenance staff at the time circulated a rumor that she had run off with her boyfriend to Bill Ryan, who showed up for a TV interview. And on the 12th, someone called in a tip that Trini had boarded a plane with a much
Rewind it.
older,
Did I miss
heavy-set
something?
man. So there's just something like that. Some maintenance staff at the time circulated a rumor that she had run off with her boyfriend to
Her
Bill Ryan, who
boyfriend?
showed up for a
The
TV interview. And
little girl
on the
that went
12th,
missing?
someone called in a
I thought this was a child.
Yeah. Run it back one more time. I actually didn't read that whole thing. I want to read it. I met Mr. Ryan at the Dome parking lot at 13:45. His cameraman. Oh, TV interview with Bill Ryan. Okay. He shot some silent film and is going to do a narration later. The only thing he might have said during his narration that may cause some waves was a statement made to him by one of the maintenance employees. And he thought Gibson ran off with her boyfriend. That's what Oompa said. I told Ryan anything along those lines were purely speculation. That's fair. That's so weird, though. Very weird anecdote.
Yeah.
Bill Ryan, who showed up for a TV interview. And on the 12th, someone called in a tip that Trini had boarded a plane with a much older, heavy-set man. So there's just information all over the place.
Yeah.
Trini's father
What?
would also perpetuate the belief that there was foul play involved. And a paper ran in 1989 where Trini's father shared that he had hoped a TV show would help find answers where there had been none before. And also in this article that ran in 1989, it shared that Trini didn't date seemingly to dispel the notion that she'd run off with a boyfriend or older man. And a $5,000 reward was even offered if anyone could provide
Trenny?
information leading to the arrest and conviction of anyone involved in the disappearance of Trini Gibson. There's a ton of
Oh, right, that's her
possibilities
name,
to
okay.
assume here, and the Gibson family claimed that the family had received threats from an anonymous individual the year before Trini vanished, and even
What?
Ted Bundy at the time was questioned about Trini.
Damn.
However, it was believed that he had no involvement in this case specifically, but I have no idea
Cleared
what
my
happened.
boy
I
Ted.
obviously have no idea what happened. I wasn't there. I didn't do it. There's
Yeah, free
plenty
Ted.
of assumptions to
That's
make
what you always
and
say.
speculation, and Reddit and the internet is great at that. Maybe it was a feral person. One person shared their perspective on Reddit, so obviously we have to take this story with a grain of salt, but the post is titled, "I live in the Great Smoky Mountain and I know what snatches children." The poster claims to be a lifelong resident of the North Carolina side of the mountains and says that ever since the 30s, feral wild men have lived in the mountains.
They are
Fast,
fast.
They steal livestock, they steal children, they speak their own language, and they live underground. This person also claims
No
the FBI
way.
knows about them, but
Actual
does
moment.
nothing, and they say locals know not to go into the woods at night and not to venture off the trails. Otherwise, you could end up like Dennis Martin or some other kid who's involved in an unsolved missing case. At night, you can hear the inbred ferals hollering in the Great Smoky Mountains. Replies to this post are obviously quite divided. Some share that they hear similar stories or believe it to be a possible reality given
better
the
lock your
scale
doors
of the
at night.
Smoky Mountains and the difficult terrain
Yeah,
and the surrounding
apparently.
forests. And
Bro,
others
I'm
say
gonna have like a reinforced lock, like a like a metal bar, like a metal door, dude.
No, yeah, and I'm staying strapped.
No window, no window on that door, dude. That wouldn't. There's like a solid door. You
Yeah.
know? Solid lock, solid door, bars in the window.
Yep. Ain't no
it's very far
fucking
from
mountain men getting in my house, dude.
Bro,
What
that's when
the
you get in
fuck?
my fucking house, dude. Like I just have a gun too, right? But like I don't want them in my house where I have to shoot them. Man. I have
Yeah.
to clean up blood.
Yeah.
Cause like if I kill a wild man, boy, you know that shit ain't getting reported, dude. I'm fucking burying that motherfucker. Dude.
Yeah. No.
You know, it's like
No reason to
Why
report it.
would
Why
you?
waste their time?
yeah, it's like
It's an
is this?
undocumented individual.
yeah, it's just one of them illegal aliens.
He's a fucking. He's a.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how would you they're born here, but they're aliens. They're sovereign aliens. What the hell?
The people from the island.
What? Or the wild?
Not that island, not the island. The island that guy is from.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. No?
They're
Okay.
sovereign aliens too. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're like, I mean, we probably respect them more than we respect fucking
Out of respect.
raping mountain men, rapist mountain men.
Rapist eating children, mountain man.
Yeah, children eating mountain men. Crazy.
Oh man, they're like praying mantis. You know, like they'll abduct the women. They'll have like a child and they eat them.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, we don't know. It's all just like hearsay.
Yeah.
It's always just hearsay. So
fetched in an era with thermal imaging, drones, and cameras. Everybody has a phone and a camera.
Yeah,
and
we
there's a bunch of
still
people
haven't seen
also that
Bigfoot.
say they live there or know people who lived in the region but have never encountered anything, which I didn't live in the Smoky Mountains, but I lived in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I never saw a single feral man. I'm going to be real with you guys. Didn't see a single feral guy. I did see on a fence post one time, this seems not real, by the way, but this is a totally real story. My friends and I were going to the quarry in Front Royal, Virginia. I think that's illegal to say, but we were going to the quarry, and there is a train track you follow to go to the quarry, to go swim in the quarry. Very safe, very, very safe. Genius. And we walk up to these train tracks, and there's, at the bottom of the train tracks, a bunch of needles and disgusting shit. So we're walking down the train tracks, and there's this little thing on the side of the train track. It's like a little area with a box on it, a metal box, I guess electrical box or something like that. and it's just off the side of the train tracks. Walk up to it, go read it. It's me, my friend Wyatt, and my ex-girlfriend, I'm pretty sure,
Snitching,
and
huh?
some other people. I forget exactly, but on the back of the box, it says, "Remember Lobo," and then it says, "There he is, the one who killed me." And we read
What
this, and
the
we're like,
fuck?
oh, that's creepy. And then we turn around, and there is a guy with a wolf dog thing, a huge, gigantic wolf dog, there's a real dog called a wolf dog, and it looks like that. It's a huge dog though, massive, gigantic, extremely old and decrepit dog. And there's also all these legends from where I'm from at Front Royal about this. The wolf man who kills people and all this shit, and all there's a murderer and there's bodies found and all this stuff. I don't know nothing about it.
Wolfman Jack.
I haven't done any research now that I'm thinking about it, but for some reason this popped into my head while recording this off the cuff. That's my closest association to a feral person, a random vagrant with a huge dog that appeared behind us as we read something about somebody getting murdered. So, closest thing I've ever seen. And do I think it's likely that this is what is happening to these people? I don't think so, to be honest, guys. It would be really interesting and make for a good horror movie, but life is often quite nice. Back to the video. The claim that these people live underground is worth some investigation, because that's a common theme among these.
It's alright.
What is it? What factor? By factor.
By factor, guys.
Use code Oompa. Use code 50 Oompa. At factor75.com, guys. Get good food from Factor.
Oh yeah.
Different wild legends and conspiracy theories. Plus, there are many cave systems throughout the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, some of which you can visit and many of which you cannot. Probably because they're unsafe, but also because they don't want you to go there because they're hiding. No, it's because they're very unsafe.
That's where the
Included in
mountains
these
are.
underground networks are 2 old copper mining sites that were abandoned in the 1940s. And these mines, Eagle Creek and Sugar Fork, produced a staggering 83
That
million.
sounds like fucking Fortnite. Fucking.
Oh
That's
yeah.
dangerous.
Eagle Creek, Sugar
I'm
Fork.
dropping Eagle Creek.
Yeah.
Pounds
Fucking
of copper
sugar.
from 1926 to 1944 before shutting down. Both are semi-fenced off, but someone dedicated could still access them if they chose to, but the mines are considered unstable and safety risks. These sites have historically attracted visitors who dare to test their luck against a collapsing mine shaft. In the 2000s, a lot of these mine shafts were closed up.
Bro, imagine going in a mine shaft, bro.
It's Minecraft in real life.
I don't want to fucking die in a fucking mine shaft, mate.
It's what our forefathers did.
I'm glad they lived for us, so we could be on the
Yeah.
internet all day.
They died
Thanks,
in the
forefathers.
mines so we could talk about people dying in the mines.
Yeah, you know what people don't do these days?
Die.
Die in the mines.
Fucking hell, that's true.
Yeah.
They fell off.
With blasts or completely secured to prevent people from going in, because plenty of spelunkers, crazy people went in and died. Not in these specifically, but just in America. in
That was
general. Another
unsurprising.
thing to consider is the Bigfoot conspiracy, the Bigfoot
Oh.
explanation,
Yeah.
the interdimensional Sasquatch. Like, a lot of people say that actually genuinely seriously. I feel like feral humans or wild men are more likely than Sasquatch or Bigfoot. I mean, feral
Bro.
humans and wild men resemble
course.
What the fuck am I
Sasquatch
looking at? Oh.
and Bigfoot. I mean, there's so many sightings of the Bigfoot across so many different regions, but like, people are real, and I've seen some really hairy giant dudes, so it seems more likely. Needless to say, the wildman folklore is persistent and compelling because people are wild. People are crazy. There are people who live in society who murder. Imagine just being cut off from society. We can admit that there are people in Appalachia, especially, who are completely cut off and isolated from society. Take that a step further, and you've got Sasquatch, essentially. And if we take a step back in time, we have the Civil War that shattered the Appalachian region, sending deserters and draft dodgers fleeing into the wilderness during the time. And by 1871, stories of feral men took on flesh and blood near Morgantown when a squad of citizens captured what local newspapers called a creature that was half man and half-beast. Thomas Foley, an Irish immigrant who claimed to have fled Connecticut 2 years earlier, had survived in the West Virginia wilderness with long bushy hair, giving him the appearance of a gorilla more than a human being. And what happened next would become a pattern repeated throughout Appalachian wild man lore. When concerned citizens clothed Foley and offered him shelter, he waited for his chance, then burst free, tearing off the civilized garments as he sprinted back to his mountain refuge. And Foley's case emerged during what would seem like an epidemic of wild men sightings following the Civil War, as men who had once been civilized turned to the wilderness. One such man was named Bill Patton, and Patton had supposedly fought forced recruitment for the Civil War and suffered a wound to the head before making his escape. And the wound made him mad, and he fled into the wilderness after this. And his time in the wilderness is where Bill Patton would become the wild man that he is remembered as. General Braxton Bragg of the Confederacy would have 5 soldiers go missing, leaving behind signs of a struggle. A party of 10 men would eventually find the wild man formerly known as Bill Patton, and while they were initially able to capture him, they could not communicate with him. So they let him go, and they followed him back to his cave, where he then noticed them following him again, and he fled in a chase that ultimately led to him choosing to leap 100 feet to his death over being captured once again by the party. And the men were supposedly unharmed.
You'll never get me alive.
He didn't fight back. He was more of a, what are those things called?
Let me pause it real quick. I'm going to take off my hoodie. I am.
Boy, damn. Why wearing a hoodie, dude? It's like 100 degrees in this bitch. You never ate your chips and cheese. Huh?
I said, could you?
No. You know, I'm gonna grab myself a snack too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Take shot again, boy.
What's Grunk gonna snack on today? That's the question for today.
Hey, nobody worry. I'm of Italian descent. I can order for everybody, all right? So I'm gonna have the and she's gonna have the spaghetti carbonara. Spaghetti carbonara. We're gonna have a Pellegrino for the table. She's gonna have the lasagna with bolognese.
I recently have a Twitter account. I typed my name in. They were like, you cannot use celebrity names. I was like, word? Okay. So then I see a fake Dave Chappelle. So I stopped following the guy. And it turned out the guy was like hilarious. He was like, so I'm like, who is this guy? And then he just turns evil and starts like a whole Twitter beef with this guy, Cat Williams. You know, Cat.
Fake Dave Chappelle starts to fight with Cat Williams?
Yeah.
The real Cat Williams?
Right, well, that's the problem, that Cat Williams starts saying things to this fake Dave Chappelle that's hurting the real Dave Chappelle's feelings, you know. Yeah, so then maybe like a couple weeks ago, I go to this Def Jam comedy night thing on Sunset, and I see Kevin Hart there. I'm like, what's up, Kevin? And he's like, yo, man, Cat's here. Like I was in trouble or something. Like, so I said, well, where's he at?
Lennon,
So
but it turns out that damn Animal Channel ran them things off the cliff, right? Some of these so-called wild men are not identifiable or were never seen again after one particular sighting. On a cold March evening in 1919, Luther C. Douglas left a lodge meeting near Ed Wiley's barn in the Flatwoods area of Braxton County in West Virginia. And what happened next would establish this remote region as the epicenter of West Virginia's wild man phenomenon for the next century. As Douglas passed an abandoned house, a wild-looking fellow in rags with long hair and a beard burst through the front door, brandishing a huge knotted club and uttering the most horrifying sounds. Those are all quotes from this fella. And Douglas, a man not easily frightened, drew his revolver and fired 2 shots. The creature fled into the darkness, screaming louder than ever. The Evening Telegram's coverage revealed a community gripped by fear. The belief that a wild man is still lurking in this vicinity, stealing and killing children and young pigs, is stronger than ever just now. is what they said. I'm sure that's how people sounded. And nobody ever officially found the wild man of Flatwoods, obviously. Flatwoods is known for the Flatwoods Monster, too, and Bigfoot. And as the 20th century progressed, West Virginia's wild man legends took new shape as disappearances from the 1800s to the early 1900s, to the middle, to the end, they all continued. Robert Kovac, an architecture student at Virginia Tech University, disappeared after last being seen in mid-September of 1998. He'd been seen taking $80 from an ATM near his school campus with plans to head home to his parents' house in Rivesville, West Virginia, which is about a 4-hour trip and 240-mile trek. And an hour before withdrawing the extra cash, he'd filled up his gas tank, which roughly would have been able to get him perfectly to his parents, about 240 miles worth. The 1997 Geo Tracker that he drove had roughly 11-gallon gas tank and got 22 miles to the gallons. That's 242 miles on an empty tank from full to empty, so it's completely possible. But rather than make it home, he seemed to have completely vanished, and his Geo Tracker was discovered days later, located in what is now the New River Gorge National Park and Preserve. And the New River Gorge is less than halfway into the trip, which makes it a pretty unusual place to stop, unless you're there to take in the view, which is perfectly plausible. I've stopped there a couple times before. The most bizarre part of this case is that his car was out of gas, which is weird if he was headed directly to his parents, but perhaps that hour time gap between the ATM withdrawal and the fill-up played a role in some fuel expenditure or something along those lines, but still doesn't necessarily make up the full journey and running out of fuel. It's confusing. But this is just the start in what would become many details that make little sense in Robert's disappearance. The ATM he withdrew cash from was at a credit union on South Main Street in Blacksburg, Virginia, while the gas station was on North Main Street, only 2 miles away from each other. And of course, all this could be as simple as Robert didn't completely fill his tank at the gas station, but when preparing for a long trip, it makes sense to make sure you have a full tank to avoid unnecessary stops, just kind of common sense. And there's more details we'll soon discuss that raise even more interesting questions. Rob was reportedly seen shortly after his ATM withdrawal back on campus by a fellow architecture student, a person by the name of Catherine Porzio, and she'd seen an exhausted-looking Rob marked by puffy eyes hanging low with dark bags, and he'd asked her how she was doing, but the two had no further conversation. She was reportedly the last person to see Robert Kovac before his disappearance, as no one has ever come forward with an interaction between Porzios and when he vanished. And moving back to the Geo Tracker, when it was found, it was locked, but his personal belongings were missing from the inside, including his clothes. The vehicle had been accessed via a slit in its soft top canvas, so someone forced their way into it, potentially. There's a possibility that maybe he locked his keys before this happened and gained entry through that. I know people who have entered a soft top that way because they forget their keys. But also a police theory was that rafters on the river below may have seen the car sitting for days, at which point they made their entrance and stole from the vehicle, which that also naturally happens quite a bit. But could it have been something else? We have no idea. The Geo Tracker model owned by Rob could be switched between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive, like classic Geo Tracker style. Supposedly, Rob had learned to drive in a 4-wheel drive stick shift in Rivesville, so he should have been entirely familiar with the operation of the vehicle, but when it was found, it was in 4-wheel drive rather than the 2-wheel drive, which would have made sense for the journey that he'd intended to go on. So you don't generally just drive around with your hubs locked, 4-wheel low on the mount. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. But Michael Kovac, Robert's brother, speculated that it might not have been an accident. It's hard not to assume foul play when there's just no answers to a story. Michael said, "My theory on that, and it is just a theory, is that something happened in Blacksburg. Somebody that knew my brother knew where he was from and just drove the vehicle as far north as they could go. You go in 4-wheel drive because you run out of gas much quicker," which that absolutely does make sense. And potentially backing up this foul play theory from Michael is the fact that the Geo Tracker was found half a mile past the nearest gas station on the route. So why go past it unless you didn't want to reach your destination? It's pretty hard to run out of gas. There's plenty of gas stations around. There's not really giant swaths of dead zone where you can't get fuel in Appalachia, to be honest. Plenty of country stores. I tell you what. Assuming Rob was the one driving, he would have known better than to drive long distance in four-wheel drive and likely would have stopped to refill if he'd realized that he was low on fuel. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for someone who's in any way responsible to fall into that predicament. There was briefly some speculation he may have off-roaded due to the grime that was built up on the exterior of the car, but that was later attributed to splash from passing vehicles while his car had sat. Also, let's suppose someone had something to do with his disappearance. Michael Kovac also outlines how they would have had a hard time making a victim out of Robert. Robert was a tall, lanky guy. He was 6'3", 175 pounds. He looked thin and made him maybe appear to be an easier victim than he actually would have been. And his brother described him as scrappy, someone who wouldn't back down in a fight. And that the two of them had been in several fights growing up together. So there's absolutely, he could stand on his own for sure. For days, the area around Robert's vehicle had been searched with no results. Searchers brought in cadaver dogs, they used helicopters, and scoured the area under the New River Gorge Bridge for signs of Robert. He would remain missing for nearly 2 decades, until March 2016, a work crew was working beneath the New River Gorge Bridge, clear-cutting the area with heavy equipment to prepare for bridge construction, and during the clearing of dense vegetation below the bridge on one of the steepest slopes, they uncovered human skeletal remains. The discovery of the remains was not far from where Robert Kovac's geotracker had been located, which makes the reception of the discovery difficult to understand for some people, because how could you go missing and be found so close to where you went missing? And through all that search and everything, you just couldn't find the person. It's tough to understand. Michael, Robert's brother, seemed completely understanding of the inability to find his brother. He said it's easy as an outsider looking in. Why didn't they find this? Why didn't they find that? Unless you've been in the terrain and been in the area, it's easy to cast those stones. That totally makes sense. It's such a crazy area. Robert's roommate, Colin Smith, who had been a part of this search, expressed dismay at the discovery, but also was understanding because he's an Appalachian fella. He said, tons of us were just walking through the woods in 1998, but that wasn't very fruitful. It's disappointing to hear that nothing came out of the effort, but it's like searching for a needle in a haystack at some point. And while some of the most important people in the story, like Robert's brother, are totally understanding of the search never finding anything until it was completely cleared, it still doesn't answer the question, what happened to him? What exactly led to him getting to that point? The New River Gorge Bridge is one of the tallest bridges in the US and is the site of a festival called Bridge Day. And every October, hundreds of people base jump or rappel from the bridge. In the period between Robert Kovac's disappearance and when he was found, more than 4 dozen bodies had been recovered from beneath the bridge, making it even more startling that he was never found during any of these previous searches. Julie Rosenberger, a woman who briefly dated Robert, found it all a bit too out of the ordinary. She said, there were a lot of people. You would think that would be one of the places they would look. And when a body starts to decompose, the cadaver dogs would have found it. It's just weird. All of it is weird. And Robert's father, also named Michael Kovac, still doesn't believe that things add up either. He said, if you made a trip 50 times and you knew where the gas station was, would you run out of gas? That's what I'm saying. That's what he said, not what I'm saying. But that's completely true. I mean, people just don't run out of gas. To me, it makes more sense that the car was left, he had a horrible accident, and then insane people broke into his vehicle and siphoned his fuel. That's possible. Regardless, it's another disappearance in Appalachia that we can't quite say for sure how or why it happened, and we can only loosely speculate. It is yet another story that ends with more questions and zero closure. In Appalachia, the line between truth and tale have always been pretty thin. When a man vanishes without a trace, or even when his bones are eventually found, your mind drifts to dark places on the map. This extremely human nature is where conspiracy theories take root. There's whispers and legends and stories and tales of people living beyond society's reach, pharaoh families, inbred clans, wild men lurking in the timberline. These things grow louder with every single unsolved case. It's just wild speculation. I think particularly what causes the interest in Appalachia comes from a reflection of something that is extremely real and extremely human. The Appalachian Mountains have always been a land apart. When Scotch, Irish, German, and English settlers began trickling into the region in the 1730s, they found a landscape of parallel ridges and deep valleys that created natural barriers to communication and commerce. Natural
isolation. At the wrong window.
While residents of urban and suburban areas have close access, if not immediate access, and have for a long time, to basic services necessary to developing a society. You have schools, jobs, transport.
How weird.
Get out of
I can
here,
change
Kick.
it. I can change it.
I hate Kick.
Yeah. You see now?
Yeah.
Transportation hubs, healthcare facilities, all of these amazing luxuries urban areas have access to. Many rural parts of Appalachia haven't for a long time, and they've been largely forgotten by a system. You can call the area a victim of over-industrialization for mining or whatever. You can also link the issue to the incredible mountain ranges, the valleys and woodlands as far as the eye can see. There is some pretty uninhabitable terrain and environment in Appalachia, and it just never stops. It goes on for so long. The Appalachian region is massive. For some areas of Appalachia, one may need to drive as long as an hour to reach the nearest medical care facility. In West Virginia still, man. Where I used to live in Front Royal, the closest big hospital is in Winchester, which is this Valley Health thing. It's a huge facility. It's super high tech. That's in Northern Virginia. Most everybody in a huge radius in West Virginia, if you just draw a massive circle around Winchester, that's the closest hospital that they have that actually can care for them.
Wow.
And it is difficult to get there. If you try to drive 50 west at night and it's foggy, I mean, we're still talking about civilized land, and you can barely get to a hospital in time for an emergency. So I can't imagine in the 70s, 80s, 50s, 60s, 40s, 20s, 10s, whatever. I mean, we're so fortunate now to be able to have what we have, and still there's just a level of apathy, it seems, from like the rest of America to this area in terms of society. It's really strange and difficult to pinpoint exactly what's going on. Needless to say, there are many Appalachian communities that are still quite isolated, and especially in the 20th century, there were tons that were entirely isolated. Families and people who decided to be self-reliant rather than needing to rely on facilities that are both far and costly. And once again, you take a step back in time, and all of this separation and isolation is just exponentially more strong. And once again, you take a step back in time, and the strength of this isolation is exponential. Fortunately, the National Park Service's historical documentation shows that some of these early communities in Appalachia developed as scattered and self-sufficient island communities, which is a real term, divided by ridges and hills with only a few passes like the famous Cumberland Gap providing access between valleys of these different communities. With the many small settlements that popped up formed around the similarities they shared, such as shared belief systems and religious sects. Religious sects,
The hell is
not
you
religious
doing?
sects. And the geographic reality of their new home
We
meant
have a
that by
tree.
1900, population density in core Appalachian regions averaged just 35 people per
Oompaville
square
is
mile.
talking about
Some
the
counties
children
like
that go
Raven in
missing in
Georgia and Leslie
Appalachia.
in Kentucky had fewer than 20 people per square mile. That is unbelievable. And that's in the area of industrialization and mass growth when the USA is becoming this huge powerhouse of the world. And the rest of the world is growing rapidly, but with roads that were like paths in Appalachia as recently as the 90s. Even there's places, you go to Yellow Springs, bud, tell you what, some bitch, you might not even be able to use credit card up there. Just kidding. That's bullshit. Yellow Springs is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
But you're about 15 minutes west, Buchanan up there,
Well, this was
Trinity
for
before the
earlier,
banana. Man, you
just so I
can't
could
fucking
see
get your
Chad, but
goddamn
now it's
fucking
fucking-
credit card and working up there. Tell you what, you run for city council. Get you a chicken farm. I know a guy who has a chicken farm and ran for city council. He's on the city council. Anyways, self-sufficient farms continued to dominate Appalachia as they were the most
Yeah, I work it
reliable
too.
method of survival for many of the mountain settlements. And many communities were almost entirely cut off from the outside world until railroads arrived in the 1880s. But even when those began to spring up, they were far from many of the most isolated groups. These mountaineers had little to no cash or way to transact with society. The isolation bred self-sufficiency by necessity. Mountain farmers produced up to 90% of the products that were needed by these communities, relying on corn cultivation, hog raising, hunting, and just gathering and spending time together and creating genuine communities. Bartering is universal, and cash was less valuable and was only needed when interacting with merchants or outsiders. And even merchants would extend credit
There's
to
always
mountaineers
more
or work
kids
with
going
them in the
missing.
form of barter, which which is awesome. And during the time of the Civil War, liquor taxes made legal distilling unprofitable, and moonshine production in the area flourished in these hidden hollers, adding another layer to the region's reputation for isolation and lawlessness and just general separation from mainstream society. Moonshine was one of the only industries that mountaineers could undertake. They could barter or sell corn that they grew, but it was hard to transport on the underdeveloped roads, and refining it down to moonshine made it easier to contain in a drug, and then you just run away, run from the cops, sell it to people, sell it to idiots in the urban areas, make them go blind. That was a primary revenue source from many communities, and removing that revenue source
it's like fentanyl.
Taxes and the law was devastating. Communities further withdrew into isolation as moonshining led to feuding and bloodshed between settlement. And this is where things come somewhat full circle to the discussion of wild man stories, and specifically those during the Civil War. The period following the Civil War saw a remarkable surge in such sightings across America in general, with Appalachian regions featuring prominently in newspaper accounts that were reprinted nationwide. But of course, Americans and the Europeans that settled America weren't the first to tell stories of mysterious forest dwellers. We have stories of these feral people from the Cherokee, Creek, and Seminole peoples all have long traditions of hairy people or humanoid forest spirits. The Cherokee spoke of these, or little people, which were knee-high nature spirits with long hair who were helpful and kind-hearted, but would vanish forever if you offended them. They also told cautionary tales of this, or Booger, a hairy humanoid monster that lurked in the shadows near places that were frequented by children. I'm starting to notice a trend here. Hairy beasts and children are kind of at odds with one another. As documented by folklore researchers, two strands of folklore began to intertwine and influence each other, creating a new kind of legend, a Bigfoot legend that blended elements of both native and settler culture. The crucial difference lies in the interpretation. Native peoples understood these beings as spiritual entities with moral and educational significance, and Europeans interpreted the stories as descriptions of actual beasts, physical creatures, degraded humans who had devolved through their rejection of civilized society. Wild men! This core misunderstanding would shape how isolated individuals in general were perceived for generations to come. And of course, not all stories of unusual mountain dwellers are pure folklore. The Blue Fugates of Kentucky represented one of the most striking examples of how extreme isolation could produce genuinely startling physical conditions. You've probably seen some of these images before, but the story goes as follows. Martin Fugate and Elizabeth Smith settled near Hazard, Kentucky around 1820. And due to an incredibly rare genetic coincidence, both carried a recessive gene for this, methemoglobinemia, a condition that reduces the blood's ability to carry oxygen and turns the skin blue. This was an area of Kentucky that had no roads, and a railroad wasn't available until the 1910s. So the prospects for marriage and reproduction were pretty few. It's a gene pool.
I told you they were people.
Fugates began marrying and having children with people
doesn't look like I'm beating the allegations now.
Great Britain style. 4 of their 9 children exhibited blue skin as their condition persisted into future generations. That's an example of something a European settler from the 1700s might think of as some kind of beast, some kind of smurf or something along those lines. But moving ahead, the economic catastrophe of the 1930s created new waves of extreme isolation in Appalachia. As coal mines closed and timber companies pulled out, entire communities were completely abandoned. Some families, too poor or too proud to leave ancestral lands, were retreated deeper into the mountains. And it's during this period that our modern legends of feral people began to take their form. Some of these descendants in communities supposedly developed their languages and lived underground, which there's no credible evidence for such underground colonies of inbred Appalachian people. But the Great Depression did absolutely create genuine cases of extreme isolation that still persist today. Take, for example, the internet spectacle of the Whitaker family
the
odd
white
West
underbelly.
Virginia. You guys have definitely seen some of this. This family
Extended
represents perhaps the most
dog's the only
documented
normal
modern
person there.
case of just extreme isolation in Appalachia. The Whitakers are known thanks to their extensive history with a guy named Mark, a YouTuber behind the YouTube channel Soft White Underbelly. He makes a bunch of really interesting documentary
I used to watch
style
that guy
content.
a lot.
He's been a friend, an advocate, and a supporter of the family for years. It's very impressive what he's done. And he seems like genuinely a really nice guy. Living in a community of just 360 people, 75 miles from Charleston, the family's multi-generational isolation and history of internal marriages dating back to the 1800s have resulted in disabilities which are both physical and mental, as well as non-verbalism, as some members of the family communicate primarily through pointing, or speech that is more like grunting or the sound similar to a dog barking.
Do you miss him? Do you miss your brother?
It's real, and it's sad, and it's very f***ed up, but that is absolute reality. And these living conditions reflect not supernatural de-evolution, but the harsh reality of generational poverty in one of America's most economically disadvantaged regions, where it has been identified that potentially up to a third of homes may have contaminants in water, with one particularly smaller scale study of 9 homes detecting E. coli in 3 of them. So it's just all around really bad, and there's a lot to be done to help behind the scenes. You know, be good to people. There's a lot worse out there. You could be way worse off, whether it's in Appalachia or anywhere else in the world that you can think of. That is an example of currently worse than your situation right now. You watching me on your phone.
Oh, God is
DoorDash. You lucky. What are you doing? Hopefully thinking. So feral people.
I'm thinking about DoorDash.
The idea of the legend of feral people, the most influential modern iteration, I would say, of feral
Cameron
people
Eldo, we're on
began
our PC.
once again on Reddit in 2015 when user u/search and rescue woods posted an 8-part series titled "I'm a search and rescue officer for the U.S. Forest Service. I have some stories to tell." The stories, featuring mysterious staircases in the woods and supernatural encounters, were presented as real experiences on r/no-sleep, where the rule is that everything is true even if it isn't. So it's creepypasta. It's not real. It's fake. Just kidding, it's totally real. But the stories went viral, spawning their own subreddit and inspiring countless imitators. And the success of this demonstrated how digital platforms could amplify and authenticate folklore through pseudo-documentary presentation. And by the time TikTok arrived, the template was set. Present extraordinary claims as personal testimony, add just enough specific detail for viewers to suspend disbelief and let the algorithm do the rest, guys. As an example, a TikTok from JBaby96 posted in 2021 talks about the feral people living in our national parks eating people, and how now national parks are off limit due to the risk, even if incredibly unlikely, of falling victim to one of these feral cannibals. This person literally thinks that there are feral cannibals in the national parks. This TikTok blew up, of course. 5 million views and 1 million likes, because 1/5 of all those people are like,
are they wrong though?
Feral cannibals in West Virginia? Yeah! One of the top comments suggests looking up Dennis Lloyd Martin if you're not convinced. And Jay responds saying it's the first case that she looked at. It is a very sensational idea that draws on the mystery of the massive number of disappearances, which are absolutely real in national parks. People go missing all the time, and it does tickle a level of curiosity of people who believe in things like Bigfoot. And the feral people thing, to be fair, is an idea that is more grounded in reality. People more skeptical of Bigfoot may also consider listening to this or watching, because it's like the same level of, what the fuck, crazy white people in the woods, heavy white people. It's like still crazy, but it's not a mythical monster that there's
white
no
people are
proof
trying
of
to kill me.
whatsoever. So the stories get shared and spread with creators with large platforms, etc., and then we talk about it like it's real or something like that. But it's a digital game of telephone that inflates and spreads legends like wildfire. And it is fun, to be honest, but I think it makes people kind of dumb.
It does.
It makes people kind of dumb.
It does make people
true
dumb.
crime thing. It's like I've got crime brain now. I think murderers are everywhere. I feel like, but I don't think that. I don't think that at all, dude. I look at a tree and I see the beauty of the tree. I look at a tree. I don't think.
I've never looked at a tree.
I look at a tree and I see
beautiful.
the bark of the tree, and I
just
wanna,
looked at
hug it. Is that weird?
a tree
People
and I've
called,
been
I
like,
always thought
why
tree huggers
is
were
it
commies when I was growing up. And
so
now I
yellow
Yeah.
and wearing
Yeah, what
basketball
is it talking
shoes?
I see the beauty in life,
No.
and I get it, and you should too. You don't have to get it, but just see the beauty in life. So anyways, all this stuff is very fun and very entertaining, and the legend is there, and all this stuff, and having a strong emotional response is super fun, and sensation is very fun and all this stuff, but like also there's a 99% chance that there is a realistic explanation for these things.
So that was it.
I like how he ended the video. That's so
That was good, that
sudden.
was good.
A thread to tie this back to the island is
Ooh.
the extra option for the disappearance of all these kids
Yeah.
in the fucking woods.
It's right here. I found it. Right here.
It's right fucking there, Mr. J.E. Mr. J.E. Look no
J-E-E.
further. There's no Wildman. There's no, as much as I hate to say it, there's no Bigfoot.
What?
As much as I hate to say it.
Next year, tell me there's no Santa.
Oh, slow down. Okay, I mean, come on. Get real.
What?
Who puts the presents there then? I mean, Santa's obviously real.
Yeah, I know. No, the Easter Bunny's not real?
Well, look, the Easter Bunny, I don't know. There's been some Easters where, like, I don't really get much of anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, the Easter, I don't know.
What about this, like, I keep seeing this, like, I'm laying in bed, I keep seeing this, like, black, shadowy figure looking down on me in the corner while I'm laying in bed. Mm-hmm.
Is it me? It could be me.
You're blue, you're not black.
Do you actually, though? What are you talking about? Are you too...
You don't see him? Well, it's scary up there, boy. You'll see some shit up in that corner.
A big black guy. I mean...
Yeah. Say it like that, sure.
I didn't mean to put it like that.
You can say whatever you want, you know.
Are you just talking shit, though, or are you, like, actually...
You don't see that guy?
See someone looking down? What are you talking about?
I guess he'll get you, I guess, one day. He's doing me right now, so.
Doing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, to what end? What does that mean?
Bro, he's just in the corner, dude.
He's just in the corner looking at you?
Yeah.
He's just sleep paralysis demon. What's up?
Well, that's the thing is, like, I'm not asleep. I'm clearly awake and he's there. Until after you get to bed, though. I don't know if there's a correlation or not.
I don't know. This feels like a bit, but I don't know it. I don't know the bit.
Not a bit.
You're telling me you think we are haunted in this bitch.
Yeah. Well, I need that sleep mask, boy, or else it's hard to sleep. Let me tell you something.
You have said that. You need... Can't you just put the... like, I get needing a sleep mask. Like, I could use one and it would help me, but I just, like, put the blanket over my head or something. Like, is that not good enough for you?
No, it's too hot for a blanket, buddy.
I mean, that's true. You got me there.
Oh, that's what's going on. It's because I'm like, the big black shadowy figure is just looking at me. Because I'm not under the covers.
Maybe so.
Alright, he'll get you next.
I don't think he's coming for me, man. I'm chill. He's not even coming for you. You say he's just looking at you.
It's just in the corner, man.
The corner man. That's what you should call him. Corner man.
His name's Jeffrey.
Wow.
Alright, guys. Well, it's been a good stream, guys. You know, we gotta go fight our demons.
Yeah. I'll have to line my bed with salt or something. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen tonight after what I just heard.
Well, you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll be alive next time, guys.
Yeah, you might see us next time.
Or we won't be. Oh, wait. If we wait like 2 more minutes, it'll be 3 hour stream.
Oh yeah, it would be. Alright, I got 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes in me, guys, you know, like... You tell me you don't see, like, a... You not see things? Like a...
In here?
Yeah.
I've seen nothing in this house. This house has been good so far, I think.
Should
I don't know what the hell you're on. I mean, I hear things. I don't see things.
Oh, starting to connect the dots. That's the shadowy figure.
The figure. I better not see his dark, shadowy hand. His dark hand, big,
I'll tell you, get you.
creeping from below the bed.
You definitely wouldn't want that, you know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he just sleeps under your bed. You don't know it.
There's like, I mean, that's fine. He can keep doing that. I don't care. That's cool. Why not?
All right. Okay. You're a pretty heavy sleeper, so you don't hear that. You don't hear him, you know.
That's true.
But they're-
Yo, this song is banging.
And
Just had to,
oh shit.
just had to bring it back. I've been
Shit, dude.
stuck on
That's
it.
a good one. All right. Well, we are slowly wrapping up.
We are slowly wrapping up.
We're like about to end. So good night, everybody. Once again.
Good night. Yes.
Oh, we didn't mention it, but there was a freaky TS and y'all missed out.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. And go watch Flesh Simulator.
Yeah, go watch Flesh Simulator. Go watch Oompaville. Use code 50 Oompa
At Factor.
Factor something.
Like
something.
72.
75.
Factor.
And get your thing. All right, goodbye.
69. I still have 10 more seconds.
Ooh, I'm at. Ooh, you started
I'm
late.
chilling. I'm just chilling, bro.
All right. Goodbye.
Alright, everybody. It's 3 hours. I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Pointy.